From downtown, this is Tim Kitzrow from NBA Jam, and you're listening to NintenDomain Podcast. Boom shakalaka!
This week on NintenDomain, hey, we got a Nintendo Direct tomorrow, so it's time to do some predictions. And there was a Tomodachi Life Direct thing, too.
I think I'm going to beat some folks up in Hawaii.
I want a play date.
Like someone to hang out with you, or like the wind-up game?
Like the wind-up thing.
You won one or you want one?
I want one. I wish I won one.
Okay.
I was going to say, they actually put some games on that thing. Welcome to NintenDomain Podcast, episode 506. You place here, Nintendo fans, talk about our first Direct of the year, which of course is happening after we record, but that means we can spend more time talking about stuff that we think will be on there. And it's going to be a partner showcase, of course, so it's basically going to be like how many games are already out that will come to Switch 2. So is what I'm guessing. I would like to see something new on there, but we'll get into it later. It's going to be I don't know. It could be great because we've already seen some really good news about like Pragmata and Resident Evil and all that other stuff. So cool. But we are your hosts. I'm Trey Cloud Chaser Johnson.
I'm Jeremy Dumpster Udon Mikowski.
I'm John Yacht Rocker Knitter.
Oh no. Listen to that stuff. Sail? It's one of it.
Yeah,
right?
Sail. No, it's got to be like Hollow Notes.
What's his name? Chris Christopherson or whatever.
Michael McDonald, Doobie Brothers.
I was watching. We were watching some silly show that was talking about that song, the Sail song, as yacht rock. I imagine it's what I don't know, what billionaire assholes listen to. Anyway, let's start off the show as we normally do and talk about games we got and games that we've been playing. You guys still playing Animal Crossing at all? How's your time?
Actually, yeah, I have been. Although I'm a bit of an impasse on. I was like really chipping away trying to get those 50
the DIYs,
DIYs before the show, but I didn't have all the ingredients, and it finally filled up to where I couldn't make any of the stuff.
I guess Jess had told me last week, but I forgot about it. Yeah, that's how they got it, was to do the 50 DIYs, and I did that, and then it just happened. But they really don't tell you anything. Like we talked about this last week, but even when you have it, they won't tell you that you have it. Like I figured, like if I walked into the hotel, the grandma would be like, "Hey, there's some new stuff on your calendar or your catalog. Maybe you want to look at it." But no, she will not say anything until you talk to her. You know.
Well, she doesn't call your attention to it, but if you would talk to her, then she says, "Hey, I updated your catalog, and it's the last update that I can give you." Yeah,
which I've gotten updates before, so that wasn't.
I mean, there's plenty of times where it's actually told you things where you don't have to talk to her. What if you don't care about the catalog at all and you don't never look at it? If you don't go up and talk to her, she'll never tell you about it.
I feel like they put all this stuff in there, but then they just forgot to tease it to you in any kind of way whatsoever.
Yeah, they made it real.
The thing at the end of the road for you. Nope, none of that. They don't tell you at all.
So I actually messed up and got one of them twice. So I wanted to get all of them, but I screwed up. So I accidentally got two of them. So I'm still missing one. I ordered it today, but it won't be here till tomorrow. So I didn't get to play it, but I did play around with most of them. And I made a list for it and all that, but Jess got it to it before I did, so they sent me a Game Boy in the mail, so that was cool. So
nice.
I played Dr. Mario. That's what's on Game Boy, and I just I was like in the middle of town, and I just set it on the ground and just started playing it, and it's like I don't know, it's just kind of surreal, and I was like, shouldn't somebody like come up to me and wouldn't Cole like be like, hey, what are you doing? Would stop playing that game or Or, the people in the walls told me to tell you to stop playing that game or something.
Yeah.
like
Why are you
that.
playing that Game Boy on the floor? Pick it up.
Or on the
Weirdo.
ground or whatever.
Do you have any other games for that?
Yeah. So I played Game Boy on there. I noticed there's no rewind, there's no save state, so you get a lesser experience than you would from Nintendo Switch Online without even playing Animal Crossing. You have some stuff that are on you can get rid of some of the instructions, but you still have like the stuff on the bottom. You can't really mess around with the colors and all the stuff. It's just basically minus a lot of the things
version,
that you can do in the regular Nintendo Switch Online.
Very truncated.
I have a thought on why they did it this way versus just having it be a portal to the NSO. And I don't think I ever explained it on the show, but I think it's because the NSO apps are mostly rated T for teen. Like they are. If you look at them, NES, Game Boy, Super Nintendo, they're all rated T. And so Animal Crossing is rated E. And so
we needed one for the M-rated.
Yeah, we needed a whole separate thing for N64 for M. So yeah, I mean, but there's not really. I mean, on like Super Nintendo, there's nothing on there that's T rated. Is there a single thing you can think of that's on there that's actually T rated, or like on the NES
everything
games?
From that time was before the ratings and all that, and like they just put a blanket rating of T on the Super Nintendo app itself versus every individual game. I gotta think that's the reason why they didn't just make it a portal NSO, because they didn't want to change the Animal Crossing rating to T when it's an E-rated game.
Well, but you can't play any of the N64 games that might be T-rated, though. Like nothing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think anything that's accessible is actually T-rated. If you did,
but what I'm saying is that the apps themselves are rated T, all of them.
Yeah.
So because that's the fact, they would have to then raise the Animal Crossing rating to T.
Oh, I think that's giving them more credit than what it's worth. I think they just wanted to kind of make it like it was on the GameCube one, where you get one game per system, and you can just have like you can test one from each thing. I think that's kind of what they were going for. I don't think they want you to just go straight to everything, because you could do that already. I don't know.
It's weird because it's more work for them to do that than it would be just to
have them just go straight
have
to
some
it.
little code in there to say, hey, kick open the Super Nintendo app.
Yeah,
like they had to develop just like you said, a special system minus all the rewind and everything. And I just think that's the most logical reason. It would have been easier for them to just make it a portal to the actual app, but they couldn't do that because of the ratings.
I think it would have made a lot more sense. Like, since you'd only get like this like small part of it,
right?
Why not just make this free to everybody? Just so you can force them to play Ice Climbers, which is an incredibly shitty game, and you'll want to like shell out $20 to get better games.
Much.
So you don't have to just remember the NES is this total crap game. Like, fuck Ice Climbers. That game's awful.
It's really weird that they could have been a nice preview for people who don't have NSO to get them in to be like, hey, try these old games. If you like that, here's some more.
You remember Super Smash Brawl on Wii, where it had like all of these like games you can play that you could test that were on Virtual Console?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what I like. Do that, like, where you could play like a piece of like Earthbound and like Super Metroid and all this other stuff, and it was all included on the disc. Like, why can't we do something like that? I don't know, but it is nice to have Panel de Pon in Animal Crossing again, because we did have that in 3DS, and now we have it.
Yeah, I did get sucked into that one for a good 20 minutes.
Oh, so that's the one that's on the Super Nintendo?
So that's the Super Famicom.
Famicom.
Yeah. So there's seven different systems, right? There's the Game Boy, there's the Famicom, there's the Famicom Disk System, there's the Super Nintendo America, and there's the European Super Nintendo, which have the same game. They both have F-Zero. And then there's Super Famicom also. I think that got all of them there, right? The Famicom Disk System has Ice Hockey on it. That's the one I actually accidentally got two of. I should try it, because since it's a disc system, the soundtrack should sound different, right? Because it sounds better on the disc system. I didn't try playing that one because I was like, oh, Ice Hockey, I already played it.
Ice Hockey, the whole soundtrack is different. Actually, it's a different song entirely.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I figured it'd be different because of the disc drive, because I know the music for most of them are different.
Yeah, it's not like an improved version of the song. It's just a completely different song.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't sound better in quality or anything.
It's hard to compare it directly because it's two completely different.
Did you notice like there's like loading times?
There's loading times on the Famicom Disk System.
There was, yeah. If you play the Famicom Zelda, like the original Zelda, there's like loading times.
Oh yeah.
Like when we go between rooms and stuff.
Mm.
Guess I've never actually seen a video of it or played it.
You can play it, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Well, we have a. I mean, you could do it through the Japanese version of
Yep.
NSO. I'm sure, right?
Yep.
So I played. The only thing I played Dr. Mario. You know, I played that first because that's the first one I got, and I played through like the first like 3 or 4 levels or whatever, and then I played. You know, I played through the first Grand Prix of F-Zero, of course.
Wow.
And I tried to play through the hardest one too, but I accidentally quit because I was trying to rewind and I forgot that I can't rewind because I got knocked off of the course and my racer blew up and I was like, and then I was like, oh, can I rewind? And then when you hold L and R to rewind on NSO, that actually makes you quit the game in this game. So if you're used to doing rewind, it will screw you. And there's, like I said, there's no save state. I wonder if the games will actually save in the cartridge if it would, because, you know, I put like new times for all of the races for the beginner cup on F-Zero. And I was like, can I go back? Will they still be there or will they disappear? Like if I reload it. And I played the European version of it because I wanted to see if anything was different, but I didn't notice anything different between that and the regular F-Zero that I've played a billion times. But I mean, I played through the first one just because, you know, I love that game. So I was like, yeah, let's play F-Zero. And then I played like most of the way through the last cup, and as I said, I accidentally quit it. So there you go. But yeah, I played like the verse mode on Panel de Pawn, and I played through like the first like 3 guys or whatever. I didn't do like the code, like the blood red hard mode or whatever, because I always forget how to do that. But I did the other one, and I just kind of like just played around with them. Minus the Famicom and NES, and I didn't play Clue Land or Ice Hockey or Ice Climber, because definitely not Ice Climber, because I hate that game.
I just tried, the first level or what have you of each one of them.
Yeah.
So each one of them about 5-10 minutes, and that's about it.
Sure.
And I'll probably never play it again. It's just like.
I mean, did you set up a little spot in your house? Yeah. Like I made a spot in my basement for all the ones. Like I cleared out. I had a bunch of Easter shit down there. So I cleared out a bunch of the Easter stuff to make room for the systems, because I remember on the GameCube one I had a watermelon table where I had 4 of them on there, and you could walk around and play all of them, you know.
That's awesome.
But I could not find a watermelon table. I was trying to find it, and I was like, well, at least I haven't ordered one. I found a watermelon rug, but that's it. Which I already had in my house actually. It's right by the front door, so I was like, oh yeah, there it is. But
Have you asked Jess if they have one?
Yeah, I asked about it, but they said that there wasn't one, as far as I know.
Oh,
because it changes. Because I was making one of the rooms today. I also found somebody in the town and brought them to a room in the hotel. I don't know if you have to do that or not, but I did see it in a video, like when it first.
I've done it a couple times.
Started, yeah, where you find like somebody who's like, oh, I don't know where to stay. It's like, follow me to the hotel. Like I know you get achievements for that too. But once I did 50, dude talked to me, Cap'n did, and said that I had raised the popularity of the hotel or whatever, which I guess that means that you unlock the other thing, but he wasn't specific about the catalog or even mentioned the catalog or whatever. So yeah. But yeah, I did that. But I was making a room today, and I was just looking through the different themes, and I was like, oh, I'll do like a Halloween themed one. And I made like, instead of using like the themed Halloween stuff, I made like a swamp floor and like the rain. I was trying to find like a giant moon with clouds or whatever, but I couldn't find that. But so I did like the rain to try to make it scarier. And I was like looking at beds, and I put like the hay bed in there. That's what they had. But I was asking Jess, I was like, did they have the laboratory bed? Because I remember in the 3DS one, you could make like a Frankenstein room with like a bed that like when you lay in it, like lightning goes across it. But I don't think that's in this one. It's only in New Leaf. Like so I was noticing there's still stuff missing out of like all the updates that this game got, and I love that. I love that like old the like laboratory bed that you had on there. But I was still playing it just to get the games. But yeah, who knows how much more I'll play it after this.
I'm guessing I'll probably play it for another week, and then it will just fade away again.
Because you got to finish. Did you finish off whatever you were doing, like your redesigning of your island or fixing?
Pretty much. I think I got it to like 95%.
What Rossetti did to you when he fucked all your shit over?
Yeah, I think I got like 95%. So there's some stuff that left over in my pocket in my storage or whatever. I'm like, where did I put that? And I don't know, but I'm okay with it because I actually changed a bunch of other stuff too. I explained last week. Like I'm trying to give every house a theme. I think it's a little bit more interesting, and it wasn't all that bad because all the patterns, all the stuff on the floor, was all laid out, so it gave me hints as to where everything was.
The pathways are still there.
Yeah. Yep. So, but I think I'm going to be pretty much done with it this week sometime.
You can decorate the front of your hotel too, or you can put stuff in front of your hotel. So I put like my Zelda stuff there because I didn't know where else to put it. So I put like a guardian. There's a guardian there, and I put like the Zonai, the Zonai like circle thing that glows, and the sword is there too. The Master Sword. So I put them all in front of the hotel there. But yeah, you can put whatever you want, like there, like Jess did an arch that you can buy from the hotel with like Chinese lanterns and all that, and they'll blink on and off and whatever.
I think it would be cool to do one last get together on all our islands or whatever before we.
Yeah, you have to at least show us.
Crossing.
You have to at least show us what you've done on there, your updates. So we'll have to do that sometime before you say goodbye again to the old animal or whatever. What's your town called?
Lost Lake, named after the place where I used to go as a kid.
Oh yeah, Lost Lake.
That's right.
There was a bar called that too, in Chicago. Where one of the bartenders was.
I actually forgot what your place is called.
Beat up a friend of mine.
Don't feel
very good.
The Bronze.
The Bronze. That's right.
Mine's the Bronze, which is named after the club that they hang out in Buffy. Because Jess and I had been watching a lot of Buffy at the time that it came out, and that's where that came from. So that's their club that they go to.
And mine will always be, a testament to the times.
Sweatpants?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jess's is Nuki-Uke, which is a combination of our cats, which is cute.
That's pretty cool.
So, but we played a little bit of a multiplayer, just like, like, oh, I need this thing. Do you have it? It's like, oh yeah, so come over. So I did the, open the gates and all that, which I haven't done that in a while. I traveled to, like, one of the DIY things was a stack of books. Which you need like 5 books to make, and I was like,
I couldn't figure out how to get books or make books.
Yeah, I was like, where do you get books at? Well, you can't make them; you have to buy them. But at Jess's Island, they were for sale, so I went over there and bought them from the store, from what's the Nook store.
Oh.
But you have to buy them from there, or you have to have had them already, and you can order them through the catalog, through the Nook catalog or whatever.
Yeah, I tried that. I couldn't find them there either.
Yeah. So
I had forgotten about the pipes. Like, I had gotten like 25 of them, and I was running back and forth. So here's me being dumb a couple times.
Oh, like the warp pipe things?
I was running back and forth. I was like, I just want to get these recipes done, so I'm just going to do it. And just run back and forth, I had so much extra shit in storage in my house. I was sure I had everything I needed to craft everything. And I was going at a nice clip, and then it got to where I couldn't remember how to make sugar. And then you have to go to the stove to do it. I had forgotten about that.
Oh, if you want to, you can't make food and stuff from the DIY bench? You have to go to a different thing?
Go to the stove to do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
don't know. I totally forgotten. I had to look up online, as I had totally forgotten that. But that's what it was like part of when the crops were added, I think they added.
I ended up setting up a storage unit and the DIY bench and the stove right next to the pier where.
Oh yeah.
Does the storage unit let you access all your storage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I have a couple storage units. I have one right next to the house, right next to my house, and I also have one right next to Nook's store. But yeah, I saw Jess had done the same thing and stuck a storage and a DIY right next to the pier.
I didn't know about the storage units. I don't know. I've never built those.
Yeah.
I probably did at some point. But no, the dumb thing I did was I was actually writing down the recipes so that I'd remember them, and then I'd run all the way to my house, which is all the way on the other side of the island, and I'd try to make the 3 things. And the first time I didn't notice that you had to have a certain number of the items sometimes. So.
Yeah, that sucks.
But anyway, then I realized, oh shit, you go to DIY requests and the menu's right there, the ones you need.
Yeah, it'll show you. Yeah.
So it just fucking shows you. And then I was like, God damn it. And then and then it wasn't until I did that for a while that I realized, oh, I've got those stupid pipes. I can just set a pipe here and right by, and that's all I needed to do. And I was going at a nice clip. I was at I think I'm at 38 out of 50,
Oh, okay.
but now I'm at an impasse. I don't know when it resets.
Are you keeping a little tally of all that?
It'll show you in the game.
It shows you,
Does
and
it?
you go into your Nook
Oh, I didn't know
menu.
that.
Yeah, it's an achievement that you get from where you get the Nook miles from it. So
Oh, right.
that was another thing. Yeah, it just told me about that because I was like, yeah, because they were like, oh, you got to do 50, and I was like, well, fuck, I don't know how many I'd done, and then I looked and I had done 40 some, so I was pretty close already. And I was like, oh,
Nice.
okay. So then I just did it until I was done, and Captain was like, oh yeah, no, you did it. You know, whatever. He did.
He did shitty game.
He did actually talk to me about it when I hit the 50s. So I got some acknowledgement from him, but nothing about the catalog. So, but yeah, also like the pipes. If you have like more than two, they randomly send you to different places. They don't always send you to the same place. Is what I've noticed when I try to
Yes,
warp
you have
around.
too many out. It kind of can be counterproductive versus having like 4 in some strategic locations.
Well, even if it's 4, even if it's 4, they still like they don't always go to the same place because I must have like
Right.
4 or 5 or something. And I tried doing it, and every time I got in, I'd end up in a different place. Like it never would take me to the right spot. So I guess the best way would just be like 2 of them because then they can only go one place. So I don't know, but it's been fun to play with Jess. After they get off work, we could just like hang out and just play that for a while before dinner or whatever. So we've been doing whenever I'm here.
Yeah, I've put a lot more into it than I thought I would. I think when this was announced, I said I'd play for like a week or two, and it's been more than that. And certainly those week or two have been packed with a lot of hours of Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
It's
I
crazy.
think-
This game's 6 years old. And still playing it.
Yeah, I think as of I think last time I checked, you would put like 60 hours on there like last week.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? It might be like 70 now or something.
Yeah, it definitely slowed down this week because of another game.
Definitely get your $5 worth. That's for sure.
I did.
Yeah, it says 60. Well, you were at 400 when you started playing again, and this is 465. So you put 65
Yeah.
hours in there.
That's a good amount.
It's like 3 Resident Evils right there. You could have played through in that time.
You're keeping track, huh? You really want me to play the Resident Evil?
I'm just saying you can beat those games in like 10 hours. They're well, I don't know. If you know what you're doing, you could beat it. Like I said, I used to be able to play the GameCube one in like an hour and a half. I could beat that game like in no time. If you know what to do and you got all the weapons and all that, you could blow right through it. Well, I played a little bit of
I'm a
Resident
little
Evil,
glad at
which
this
I can.
moment that I'm behind on Resident Evil because then I'm not going to be spending $70, or if I'm getting all of them, $90 on more games to add to the backlog.
Sure. I mean, it's a good deal. It's a really good deal, though. I mean, the fact that you're getting 7 and 8 for $10, and if you buy them separately, they're 40.
When I get it, I'll definitely get the package. Yep.
If it's still, they haven't said anything about it being limited, but you never know. But I mean, I've definitely got. Jeremy was talking about last week about talking about playing Village, and as I said, as the Cloud Chaser earlier. If we're good to jump off of Animal Crossing, I could talk to more stuff.
That's fine.
I've been doing. As I said, Cloud Chaser. I went back and started playing Resident Evil Village Cloud again on my Switch 2 because it's a fun game, and it's run. Cloud sometimes it runs good, sometimes it doesn't, but
Yeah.
it runs well enough, and the game is so much fun to play that I really don't care. But I am really looking forward to playing it properly on the Switch 2 when it releases with Resident Evil 9. But I have all the DLC. I got like third person mode so I can see the character and all that, and I just kind of started it up, and I was like, well, where was I? And I was like, this one is very much like boss. It's like kind of boss rushy, I guess. Like you go from guy to guy. They're all like part of the family and all that, and it's this game like really goes places. Like I went to go see, I forget what his name is, but he's the one who has the factory, and he's got like this factory under his shack, like where he's building like these robot zombie guys or whatever that they have like these glowing hearts that you have to shoot and they'll explode, and they got like drills on their arms, and there's one guy that's got like a airplane propeller like stuck to his head that chases you
Is
around.
this 7 or 8?
This is 7. This is
Okay.
Village, yeah. And it's just cool. There's all this weird shit in there that's so much fun. Like it's just a fun ass game to play. And I've already beat it once, so Well, I mean, I think they did this with all the other remakes too, right? Where you go through it again and they give you challenges, and you get points from the challenges, and you can use the points to buy like unlimited ammo for your different weapons, or buy like new, better weapons, and all this fun stuff to make it like easier, so you can plow through the game quicker. And then there's challenges being like, oh yeah, beat the game in less than 10 hours or 5 hours or whatever, or beat this boss in like a minute. Like there's all this cool stuff in there that's, if you want to go back through, you can do all that. And I like interactive achievements like that, where it's like something you can do, but it actually gives you something that you can use in the game afterwards. So I'd already unlocked like unlimited ammo for my shotgun and unlimited ammo for my handgun, so I can just shoot guys all day and not worry about collecting ammo and all that. And I unlocked the Dragoon gun, which is like a machine gun, and I have the ability to buy the infinite ammo, but I wasn't quite there. I need like 100 more points or whatever to do it. But I did get another achievement. Like I unlocked like a certain amount of things with the lockpick or whatever. I only had one left, and I got that, and that was like 3,000 points or something like that. So there's still stuff for me to do. I mean, I think I'm towards the end of the game. Like I think I only have a couple more bosses left, so I could easily beat it again. But it's just kind of a good thing to just throw on like at the end of the night, just to do some mindless shooting or whatever. And it is very action based, but it's fun as hell. Like I like that game a lot. And I'll be happy to play, happy to play through it a third time natively on Switch 2. So maybe I'll bump up the difficulty, because I've just been playing it on normal, but you get achievements for doing like hard and extra hard mode and all that stuff too. And if you have all your infinite ammo, and there's like extra stuff like they like kill this many guys at the very beginning, or there's a boss you can kill early the first time you see him if you have the right item. Like there's all these different things you can do, as you're with your playthroughs and all that. So it makes it, worth going back to. Did you go play it at all anymore on PS5, Jeremy?
No, I didn't really play it this week at all.
Yeah, okay. I did notice that there's some stuff on the eShop finally, or some more information about the Resident Evil stuff.
Oh, cool.
It shows that, as I said earlier, it gave a price finally for the individual ones, but only 7. There's no price for 8 yet. I was like, does that mean I'll get it for free because of my cloud version? I don't think so.
You are?
But it's funny thing to think about. I do really hope that my save carries over for it though, because I did do a lot of stuff on that game. I put like a good 35 hours into it. I don't want to start from the beginning, especially with having all the unlockables and stuff.
Is there like a Capcom account for Street Fighter or all this, like a Universal Capcom thing?
There is an account, but I don't know if it. I don't know. Like I don't use it. Like I haven't used, even though I played Street Fighter 6 or whatever. I don't think
not associated with your cloud version of Resident Evil?
No. I don't have to sign into a Capcom account or whatever. It just takes me to the eShop, and it just says like, oh, you're playing a game online. Press A to say okay, and I'm like yes, and then it starts. That's really all it is. There's no like thing. Did you have to log into an IO account or something for Hitman?
Yeah, for Hitman, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's not.
That's why it was seamless.
Yeah, it was nothing. Yeah, it was nothing like that. I was hoping that maybe it would just read that I had a save file for the game and just carry it over. I mean, I understand they're not going to give it to me for free, even though they should for paying for the cloud version or whatever. They should just give it to you for free.
They really should.
At least a discount. At the very least, a discount.
Yeah, right.
It would have been nice to get a discount on Hitman too. Yep.
Yeah, they should have given you a discount for all the time you put in there. But it's not as I was afraid that the Resident Evil that they were going to be really big, and it was going to be like 200 gigs or something for all of them. But they don't seem that big. Like our RE7 is like 20 gigs. That's not bad. And 9 is only 29. It's just a little bit higher. So coming off of like Madden's like 60 gigs. Most Switch 2 games are like 40, 50, 60 gigs. And there's a lot of I don't want to have to delete a bunch of stuff to get it on there. But yeah, no, 29 gigs for 9 is pretty good. And there's been a whole bunch of I guess a lot of people got invited to play like Resident Evil 9 and Pragmata and like Virtual Boy and all this other shit. So there's been a lot of preview stuff on the internet about that. So that's cool.
Right. There was an event in New York, presumably at the Nintendo store.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know where it was. I just saw a lot of people played it. But I heard that Resident Evil 9 runs at 60 on Switch too. So that's
awesome.
That's great. Apparently, I've heard nothing but glowing reviews for that and Pragmata also. So cool. I like that. I imagine we'll see more of that in the direct. Some more some other like third party stuff that's only on PS5 or whatever, like running well on Switch. That's what I'd like to see. But yeah, that's it for that. I got Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. I mean, I bought it. I preloaded it. It's loaded on my system. It'll be out.
When does it release?
50 minutes from now.
Oh, okay.
At 11 o'clock. So it's on the horizon. I saw some reviews of it. I read through the IGN one because I gave it a 7, and it seemed like the most people they think it's a little simplified, or a little too simplified, I guess, because of how complicated it was originally for the PlayStation 1, which I've never played that version, but I played the 3DS one, and I really liked the 3DS one. So, and I really like this one too. Like I really like the demo. So I mean, but I guess like some items that were in dungeons are just out now, or just in treasure chests, and they've removed the dungeons, like stuff like that. So that's kind of, I don't know. Like they think they made it a little bit, like too user friendly, I guess. Like they want it to be a little weird,
They wanted it to be approachable.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, I really like Dragon Quest VII. I mean, I know people have said whatever about it, but they're wrong. I like the 3DS game a lot. I thought it was really fun. I beat it all the way through, and I enjoyed every moment of it. So, and I really like the way it looks with the dioramas and the puppets and all that on this one. So, I'm very excited to play it. So I will be doing that after this. I'll probably stream it like I did for the Kiwami 3 demo whenever we're done. So, find that on youtube.com/NintenDomain podcast.
Then just play it all the way up to the direct.
Yeah, I could. Well, through the morning? Yeah. I gotta sleep sometime. What else? Oh, yeah, last week I was talking about Yakuza Kiwami 2 and how I was done with it, and I wasn't going to go back and do the bouncer missions. And right after we were done, I went back and did all the bouncer missions, and I've done all of them now. So I did the hard and legendary difficulties. It was a great thing to do while I was editing the podcast. It was a good like background game. And once you beat the game, I did like Premium Adventure. Oh yeah, that was originally what my nickname was going to be, was Premium Adventure. I guess I forgot that. But in the Yakuza games, like after you beat the game, you can start what's called Premium Adventure, and it's basically you just don't do any story stuff. You just run around the town and just do all the mini games. So you can go play, you can go play poker or whatever. Mm-hmm. You can do all the things that you can go finish up all the stuff that maybe you didn't do, but you get extra stuff too, like the weapons dealer, he was carrying, like he sold me a gun that has unlimited bullets and it's like 100 damage, and I was just like shooting the fuck out of people, and it's just like bang, bang, bang. You never have to reload it, and that helped me get through a lot of levels. And I got this lightsaber katana that was like 200 damage or something like that, and I was just tearing through people with that. So it made those hard bouncer missions like a lot of fun. Like the first time when I fought the final one with the 3 Amons or whatever, I had to use like 2 of those stones that you use that are basically like fairies. When you die, they bring you back to life. I don't think I used any of them. Like on the once I had the unlimited gun and the lightsaber and all that, it was even like doing the special moves were less than just chopping the guy with the lightsaber because it was so powerful. So I just like plowed through people. Like I kind of felt like I was playing like a Dynasty Warriors game at one point, because I'm just like knocking like 100 people around with this lightsaber. It does kind of give me that feeling, except I don't have to like protect bases or whatever, which was what I didn't like about those games. But it did kind of remind me of that, because those bouncer missions, they do throw like, hundreds of guys at you and you're just beating the shit out of them, and it kind of feels like that sort of idea.
Turning into a Muso.
Yeah, kind of, like I said, but minus all the tower defense shit that I don't like that are in those games. So yeah, so I did all that stuff. I'm probably done with Kiwami 2 for now. I figured if I can make it a few days to whenever Dragon Quest 7 comes out, I'll just play that until Kiwami 3 comes out, and then that's that.
You'll get through it day by day, game by game.
Yep. But I've also been playing Madden's 26. I've been playing like a couple of games a day because I want to get all the way to the Super Bowl before the actual Super Bowl happens. I think I'm at like week 15 now or something. And I did up the difficulty because I was like destroying people on easy mode. I won a game 70-0. 70 points. I don't think anybody gets 70 points in football. Like I would get a touchdown like every single time I had the ball, and then they would and I could easily like sack them or make them drop the ball and overturn it. And I was just like, I was just running the thing, and it was kind of getting boring because it was so easy. So I brought it up to pro, and it's harder, but I did win. Like I beat the Eagles, which was the game they played over Thanksgiving, and I beat the fucking Packers. Like that was the one that I was really nervous about because, the Packers are the arch nemesis of the Bears. So, and they beat them in that game during the season. So I was like, but I beat them by 10 points. We had like 2 minutes left, and I ran in a touchdown for extra points, and then I did the kneel finally. I did the kneel on the. I've been wanting to do that forever, where the quarterback does the kneel, and then you just let the timer count down, and that's how you win when you have like a minute or two left. And when I was playing on Easy Boat, I actually did the kneel like in the end zone, so they got points. I actually gave myself a safety, or gave them a safety. This is how it works. If you get knocked down within your end zone or whatever, they get points. I know you guys don't care about any of this stuff, but it's fun. But it's fun for me. But I did figure out how to do some of the stuff that I was talking about last week. They're not being on there. You just go to like Quick Play, and there's stuff in there. That's where you can find like where you can find like All-Star games, or if you go to Quick Play and you go to Super Bowl, you can play the Super Bowl. At the stadium, like with the current players, with anybody who's injured, like it's all up to date. So that's right there
cool.
for me to play like right before the Super Bowl. So that's cool. I was like, oh, cool. I can like beat the shit out of the Patriots because I hope they don't win.
Are you going to a Super Bowl party?
Here at our apartment, Jess and I are just going to hang out and make food and have drinks and watch Super Bowl.
Sounds awesome.
That's our Super Bowl party. I mean, most of the time we just make like shitty food and make Bloody Marys and stuff like that. It's probably what we'll do, like appetizers,
Throw stuff in the air fryer.
Yeah, like air fryer, oven meals or whatever, and just watch football. That's the plan. So I've worked. This is the first Super Bowl I haven't worked like an audio job for the past like 3 years. So,
wow.
I mean, it sucks to not be working on that, but I haven't had the last 2 years. I was in Iowa last year, and I was I think I was in Wisconsin the year before that. But I was always working during the Super Bowl. And now I have it off, so let's have some drinks and have fun and watch football. So, but yeah, I'm hoping to get to the Super Bowl in the game as the Bears. So that's what I've been doing. It's fun, but also other RPG strategy stuff. I'm still playing Fire Emblem Path of Radiance also, and I had this crazy level that I was stuck on like all week. There's this level where you're in the sand. It's a sand map, so you can't move like any of your characters that have horses. They can't move in the sand, which sucks because normally they can move a lot. And you need to rely on like your wing, like any of your wing based characters if you have it. Like I have a Pegasus Knight and like a Wyvern Knight.
There's no camels
that I could use. Not that I have yet. And magic users can walk better on the sand too, and thieves also can move quicker for whatever reason. But this particular map was interesting because you're fighting a bunch of Lagoos, which are the are the beast people that I've talked about before, or the subhumans, as they say wrongly in the game. That's the derogatory term. But the idea is to go through the whole level without killing anybody, and if you do that, you get a shit ton of bonus experience points. So I was trying to do that, and I watched a video on like step by step, like who to use, like where to put them or whatever. And I was like, all right, I'm going to try to do this. But for some reason, my magic user stats were different because whatever was happening in the video was not happening in me. Because when I put the magic user at a certain point, I would get attacked by all of these beast guys, and they would either kill me or I'd kill one of them. And eventually I just got so frustrated with it that I'm just like, fuck this. And I just went like full on napalm and just killed everybody. Well, I didn't kill everybody, but I killed most of them because I got tired of trying not to. I'm like, all right, fuck you. I'm destroying you fuckers. Because I'm really tired of, because I kept like saving on one round and fucking it up and going back again and trying the same round a different way and then fucking up. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to just lay napalm on these fuckers. I'm just going to go through and destroy all these guys. So I just like, because I had all my weapons unequipped and then I re-equipped them and I'm like, all right, well, let's see if we can just get through just by knocking these fuckers out. And I did finally, but there was this last round where I have like my knight, like I have this like armored knight. He's got like the most amount of points, and he's got like 4 Lagoos all around him. He's got like one of the crows and one of the big like tiger looking guys and these smaller cat looking ones, and they all attack me. And I only had so much healing. I only had so much healing items, and I was using like the vulnerary, which is less than like the elixir. and I could only heal so much. And I would go through. I had to last this one round, and they would take out like 2 points here, 2 points here, and I would get all the way down to 0, exactly 0, and then I would die and be like, "Fuck." So there's these percentages about like whether you hit the guy or not when you have the item. So like sometimes I would kill him and sometimes I wouldn't, and sometimes I would level up and sometimes I wouldn't. So like I did it like 5 or 6 times, and I kept dying over and over again. And I was like, all right, this is never going to work. And I was like, wait, try it one more time. And then I tried it, and like the way I leveled up and the way my defense went up, I was actually able to make it all the way through. Like it's so wild the way the percentages on the weapons work in this game, where you could do like the same thing 10 times and have a different outcome like every time. Like it's nuts. So that just kind of blew my mind that I'm just like save stating it and doing the same match. And it's different because of the way the percentages work, and they don't do that anymore in the Fire Emblem games. Now it's just like you hit or you don't. It's not like 40% hit or 70% chance of hit, or you have a percentage of like whether you'll hit a super move or not. Like there's that too, where you can get super moves where you'll knock everybody's hit points off. Like, yeah, it's a wild game. Like, you guys should try it sometime. It's cool. Path of Radiance.
Keep booting it up and trying.
Yeah, it's
a lot.
Yeah, the this is like the only tactics I can kind of get into is the Fire Emblem, because it's more turn based and I can kind of wrap my head around it. But yeah, that level was nuts. Like it took me forever to get through it, and I was real close to just giving up on the game entirely. But I made it through last night, so I was like, yes. I don't know how little of the bonus XP I did because I killed so many people, but it was really the only way to go. It's like we got to just take them out and be done with this. And the idea is you go all the way to the boss, like to the end guy or whatever, and you beat him, and then he joins you. So, but the idea is not to kill any of his friends because they're actually on a good mission, but you don't know. You don't know what they're doing, and they're attacking you. So yeah, your natural instinct would be to kill them because they're trying to kill you. You know.
I keep looking at my GameCube controller all week and thinking, am I in the mood for that type of game?
I use the GameCube controller all the time. Yeah, I've been using. Well, I use it for that. I actually thought about playing GX again, just because, but because of playing the F-Zero stuff on Animal Crossing. Mm. And I also watched that F1 movie on Apple because it's because I'm actually canceling it because I don't want to get charged for it because my free trial is up tomorrow. And there's a lot of racing in that movie. I was like, oh yeah, I like racing.
Well, yeah, it's a racing movie.
Yeah, no, actually, I mean, it's like a stupid popcorn movie, but it looks good. Yeah. The end of it's in Abu Dhabi. I was there. I was at that racetrack. So I mean, I was like, hey, I've done this. But yeah, and they talk a little bit about IndyCar racing. You know, my dad was really into the Indy 500 and all that, and they like mention it a couple times. They don't really talk about it, but it's you know it's good for racing nerds like me, I guess. But yeah, I think that's it for my stuff.
Well, I did play. I still ended up playing more Cyberpunk this week, but mostly I've just been trying to like get a bunch of money and buy all the cars. There's like, I think if there's not 100 cars, there's close to 100 of them.
Can you get like a garage and keep them in there?
No, you can just summon them. They drive to you.
Oh, okay.
I've tried to. If you summon too many, then they'll stop spawning. You can't you have to
you can't pile them up.
Game. Yeah, because I was trying to get like a bunch in the road to just block everybody, but I couldn't. So I still do a lot of the just running around and so chaos, but I'm having fun with it. But I went back and played the demo of Kiwami 3 because I wanted to try out the mini games that I had missed.
Oh yeah.
And when I was doing that, I like played the billiards. I'm like, this is so much like Monkey Billiards, and that makes sense.
Well, yeah, it was. I mean, the guy's not there anymore, but yeah, originally it was the same guy. I mean, I think it's wild to me that like three of my favorite games, like Yakuza and F-Zero and Super Monkey Ball, were all made by the same guy. Yeah. You know, that just kind of blows my mind. That's like those games that I had no idea that they was the same person until like just a few years ago. But yeah, the billiards, yeah, should feel very at home because the monkey ball stuff. And yeah, there's bowling too. I mean, it is in Kiwami 3, but it's not. You can't do it on the demo, but it will be in there on the final version. And there's golf too that feels, feel familiar.
Well, after that, I was like, actually, you know what? I just want to play the monkey ball mini games. I played those for a couple hours the other night. I re-downloaded Banana Mania, which I think was like 2 games ago.
Was that the one that I got you or no?
Or you might have got me both of them. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Well, I know.
This was the one that was the remake of.
The GameCube, the one of the GameCube one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because
so I might have bought this one. I don't know.
Because it wasn't the one. There was the one that came out like last year that I got for it. That was really good, but the mini games are not. The mini games are whatever, but the single player was really good. Yeah,
I wish I could remember what it's called. It was on my Game of the Year list though.
Yeah,
but
me too. Because it was
Banana Mania, definitely still really fun. The mini games there. I was playing Monkey Bowling and I played some Monkey Target and I was having a good time. I forgot how much the wind fucking sucks, but it's Monkey Target's still fun.
It was a Banana Rumble. That's the one. That was the last one.
Yeah, and it's really good.
That was the newest one, which was also really good. Yeah, no, I remember playing.
But I will say the billiards is way better in Monkey Ball than at least whatever I played the demo in Kiwami 3.
Oh yeah, well, Kiwami, you got to use the sticks, right? Which is weird. Like you got to use the analog stick to kind of do your power, which can take some getting used to.
And it focuses more on like where you hit the ball as well.
Oh well, sure. I mean, it is.
But you can do it. You can do it in Monkey Ball as well, but it's not like as I don't know. It's a lot. I feel like it's a lot easier to do.
It's less complicated.
But I will say, I was like, I popped over to my PS5 a couple days ago and saw that Infinite Wealth was one of the newer games they added. So I was like, do I want to actually play this? So I was like, I'm just going to boot it up. I'm going to play it for a little while. And I've ended up putting like 3 hours into it. And
it's like free, right?
I'm pretty into it.
Or
yeah.
Do you still have like the full on
I will for a little bit
Plus
longer.
Stuff?
It won't be for much longer when the subscription goes up, and I probably won't renew it.
Oh, because you did like a year or something, right? Because I thought about dropping it because I still pay like $10 a month or whatever, and I was like, I don't play my PS4 at all. I was holding on to it for like the old PlayStation Plus games that I really liked, like Virtua Fighter 5, but now Virtua Fighter 5 will be out on Switch like in a month, so I won't have to worry about that anymore. And it'll be the new version, so.
I will say though, Infinite Wealth really got me because I didn't play all the way through Like a Dragon, but I played enough of it to remember the characters, and there is sort of a little update it gives you. Like if you hadn't played the game, you can watch like a little video or whatever. But I didn't play all the way to the end, but I whatever. Like this picks up like several years after that one ends, and the main characters like trying to clean up their act because 2 of the big Yakuza gangs have completely dissolved, and so there's all these unemployed Yakuza that are trying to get back into society, but there's like a 5-year clause where they can't be hired.
What do they do? So, they got to go back to breaking the law because they can't make any money anywhere.
The main character works at like an unemployment office, and he helps them like find jobs.
I remember there was this whole like really cool like talk about like how fucked up society is, and in Like a Dragon, the regular one, where you couldn't get a job if you don't have an address. It's like
this is very.
It had this whole like commentary on like being unhoused and all that, and how difficult it is to get out of that if you can't even get a job if you don't have like. It's like, what would you how would you do it?
Similar themes,
and like same with people giving shit to people who work like sex jobs and stuff like that. I thought it had some really cool like progressive ideas in it from what I played of Like a Dragon.
But I will say like. I am remembering it's just like so much. It's like watching a movie half the time. Like just so much dialogue and so much cutscenes, yeah, and like really long ones too. But the story's fairly compelling, and like the game starts with everybody like reuniting, and that was your party in the last game, and you're like at a bar, and you're kind of like everybody's kind of gone their own separate ways, but they still like hang out, and they make sure they get together once a year. And I don't know, there's all this stuff that happens where one of them ends up asking another one on a date, and like things go really, really bad. And I don't know, it's really heart wrenching and cringy to watch. I guess it's good storytelling.
I mean, Kiryu comes back too, right? Like Kiryu becomes a playable character in that game. Like that's I know that. Like maybe you're not there yet, but
I think it is who you are, Kiryu.
Well, you're Ichiban.
Whoever the guy is, Ichiban. You're Ichiban.
Yeah, Ichiban is the Dragon Quest guy. Ichiban is like the main character of like the RPG, Like a Dragon Yakuza stuff. But they brought Kiryu.
That's who you are, yeah.
But they brought Kiryu into Infinite Wealth as a playable character, as like part of your party and all that.
Well, there's like part of it is you go to Hawaii, and I'm at that part. So that's basically I'm about to leave for Hawaii and start whatever that part of the adventure is. But a lot of stuff's gone down, and like shit goes down, and then another year elapses, and basically, without giving too much away, you get framed. The main character gets framed, and they're back to square one, where they're just like all the other Yakuza and can't find work, and and it's kind of like try to like pick up all the pieces all over again, and also try to help out the people that he'd already started helping, like not fall back into this new group that's formed, this new like clan or whatever that's gathering up all the like stray people. It's pretty cool. I mean, there's like lots of societal commentary, and like the main character and like his friends are just so clueless. Like when they're giving him advice about a date, like they just give such terrible advice. It's hilarious and wholesome because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about either. You know,
there was a similar part to that in Kiwami too. Like when you there's like this like tower defense thing that you do with Majima Construction where you like protect all of his stuff or whatever. But you can unlock all of these bosses that are basically all like old New Japan Pro wrestlers. And there's this like mini game where you go to a bar with them, and it's like a similar thing where they're completely clueless about everything, about like hitting about trying to meet women or whatever. And it's kind of it will do like these quick fire answers where you have to like answer the right thing, and you'll get different items depending on what you do. But it's really funny because it's like that where these old wrestler dudes like don't know anything, and they're all kind of idiots. And there's like a whole part where they're trying to read the sushi menu, and everybody's pronouncing everything wrong, and they're like making fun of each other, and it's funny. There's just like these really funny moments where you can just go to a bar, like to a restaurant, and it kind of reminds me of that. So
there's stuff like that in this, and since it's an RPG, you gain like depending on what choice you make, like certain attributes go up or whatever, and I don't really completely understand that yet. It's like confidence and shit like that, but when you're on your date, you definitely get a couple of different chances to like either you can make a good choice or a bad choice. Like some of if I had accepted the advice of the guys, like one of the guys' advice was show up to the date, because you get a date and they're like show up to the date an hour early at a park bench and just take a nap on the park bench. That way when she gets there, she'll see that you're very relaxed and that you trust her. And they'll have an instinct to protect you, and that then she'll then you've got her. She likes you. And then the other guy's like, no, just stand like a statue and just stare the direction she's going to come from and don't move. So she walks up to you, and it's like, these guys are idiots.
Yeah, it totally sounds like the Yakuza humor that I like so much. It sounds like that.
And I said something about what did I say earlier about the garbage udon or whatever? Like you could find food on the ground that you could eat, and it's just funny how.
Oh sure.
Because like once you're unemployed again, it gives you the little cutscene about how you can quote unquote treasure hunt, which is where you go and you search for change by the vending machines.
Just eat the udon straight off the ground, and she'll see what a conservative person you are. How you care about the environment, don't want to waste food.
Exactly. Yeah. They know that you're that you value food even if it's been on the ground. It's important.
There's the advice is like that's the funniest stuff I can think of off the top of my head, but they're loaded with really shitty advice. But then they're also like when he says stuff that he's going to say to them, they actually make really good points about like how he's like the way he's phrasing things could come off as sexist and things like that. They're actually giving good advice there, but then it just gets them all worked up, how it is in these games where people are just way too worried about every tiny detail of everything.
I mean, maybe since you've played it, we'll see it on the Direct tomorrow. I mean, there was like a developer interview thing, I think, on the Nintendo YouTube, where the guy said that that they had liked putting Yakuza games on Switch, and they'll do plenty more. So I'm sure we'll see the Like a Dragon and Infinite Wealth on there eventually. I figured we'd see something. I mean, I know we have Kiwami out in like a week, but Kiwami 3, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were like, oh yeah, no, and we're bringing all these too. Well,
I'd heard good things about Infinite Wealth, that it's got like an almost like Harvest or not like Stardew Valley almost kind of part to it.
Yeah, it's got the Animal Crossing stuff in it.
So I'm looking forward to that. I'm hoping that happens soon because I know it happens once you're on the island.
Yeah, there's like a whole there's a whole Animal Crossing mini game, I guess, and I think some of that is carried into Kiwami 3. with the orphanage, from what I heard, from
Okay.
like the dad rank stuff that you could do with your kids and all that. So yeah, I was always interested in that part of the game, but it's also like I got to get there. I beat 4, but I didn't beat 5, or 6.
Yeah.
Like it's all still like a, I want to know everything that happens to Kiryu before he shows up in Infinite Wealth. Like that's
That makes
8.
sense.
That's 8 practically. That's why it's called Infinite, because it's 8, because the infinite symbol. That's Yakuza 8. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
I felt like I needed to get there in the story. I didn't want to jump, even though I did jump to Like a Dragon, but I still felt
I was
like,
totally under the impression that
Yeah.
it was just like I didn't realize it was a proper Yakuza entry. I thought it was just that the Like a Dragon was like a offshoot, and it was one of the offshoots, or
Yeah.
a sequel to the offshoot.
I mean, it is, but it isn't. But it also like it is like an offshoot, but it also has characters in there that have been in other games. So it's still like you'll still understand it more if you've played the previous 6
I
games,
see.
but you don't have to, because it's a different guy. But you still will see the story is still going, and
Right.
Kiryu is still alive. And I think Kiryu does.
You're more invested in the story than me, so you
Yeah.
want to see it through.
I think Kiryu does make an appearance in Like a Dragon, but you don't play as him. But I think it was like, it was like trying to make, it's like trying to make like Evil Dead without Ash, or doing like Nightmare on Elm Street without Freddy. Like people were mad that Kiryu wasn't there, so they had to bring him back in Infinite Wealth. And I think that's why they're
like
just
when Metal Gear Solid. 2
get rid of
was mostly-
Snake for 2, yeah. But it's like that's what I think they kind of divided the audience, where they went, instead of like having the more beat 'em up stuff, they went to more RPG stuff and a different character. I think people still wanted the Kiryu stuff, and I think that's why now they're just like kind of just remaking the old Kiryu stories, because I think that's what the fans want. I mean, myself included. I like the beat 'em up stuff more than the RPG stuff, and plus I just like Kiryu better than Ichiban. I mean, I think Ichiban's cool, but Kiryu is awesome. I love that guy.
Ichiban's an idiot.
Yeah,
Like he totally plays up that like himbo stereotype or whatever
sure.
perfectly.
Yeah, he's supposed to be kind of clueless about everything.
That's basically it for me. We played some more of the. We're gonna be playing Suika Planet all the time, so nothing special happened. Just played it.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I'm surprised you're still. I mean, I think you'll end up putting like 200 hours into Cyberpunk 2077. I'm sure.
Probably. I don't know what else to do in it. Honestly, I know I said that last week, but
You said
once
that
I
for
get
a
all the
few
cars,
weeks.
I know I don't. There's only like I think I have less than 10 cars to buy, so there's nothing else to do. I think I was really feeling that this week. Like I don't know what to play, and I wasn't really feeling RPG. But then I started playing the Yakuza thing, and I was like, this is cool. I'm in like a monkey ball. I'm in like a monkey ball Yakuza mode, I guess.
Sure.
I'll take it especially since I don't have to buy anything.
I did feel a bit of emptiness when I beat Kiwami 2.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, where's my Yakuza fix? That's why I went back and did the bouncer missions. Well, do you want to go through your stuff, or do you want to break and then do your stuff, John?
I'll do my stuff and then let's do breaks. We got some big segments coming up later. I pre-ordered Disney Afternoon Collection because I saw it was on sale, $2 off.
Yeah, I think it's on sale all the way up till release date or the day before or something like that. And it's you pre-order it now, but you won't actually get it until like the week before. You won't get charged until the week before it ships. That's the way it works.
Right.
Which is kind of, I don't know.
I just wanted to, rather than forget and then $2 more or whatever. Just
just to get the sale.
Might as well. Because I'm going to get it regardless. There's at least 2 of these games on here which were like seminal classics in my childhood. It was Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers and DuckTales. Those 2 were like some of my top NES games that I played the most. So I have to have these. And looking forward to trying some of the rest, which I have no experience with most of them, I think. Yes, that's that. We talked about Animal Crossing already, but Blippo Plus has made a big return for me. I talked about it last week, but I've been consistently playing it every day after work. Just doing like one segment a day. So I mentioned before that there's this game comes in waves. It's like it's all these different TV channels but then you watch, all the content, which is about around an hour. And once you're done with that, then you can download the next wave of episodes. And so I've been doing about an hour a day. I'm noticing like all throughout the last week or so, I was like really having all the songs in my head. Like the songs are real earworms. And I've been trying to withhold looking up anything about the game because I just like the whole.
You like the sense of discovery and all that?
Yeah, the sense of discovery and this being, you're tuning into an alien TV station. Like I don't want to look into it and figure it out too much, but the music is just so good. I was like, all right, I'm gonna look up who did the music, and so I learned from that the music was created by the people who created the game, which is an art collective in LA called Yacht.
But not to be confused with Yacht Club Games. Different.
Not to be confused with Yacht Club Games, which I kind of did get it confused.
It's like Team Yacht and Yacht Club. Like they need to, not so much yacht
work
using
some things
here.
out.
Yeah.
And Michael McDonald. Yeah, all of them need to get together.
Yeah, Christopherson or whatever his name is.
But yeah, the music is just really good. And that's kind of what made me look into a little bit more of the game. And I kind of stopped right there. But I discovered some things like there's a total of 137 songs in this game. It's huge. It's a huge catalog of music. And I'd say about 2 weeks ago, my friend Rich was over here. I thought this might be something he'd like. So I put it on and he's like, whoa, this is like really interesting. He's not really a gamer so much, but it's just like matches up with his sense of humor and everything. He's like, this is really awesome. I could really like get into this, We were both just kind of commenting on like, there's a lot of work that went into this. Like, this is like one of those deceptively small things that just, it was $15 or whatever. And it doesn't quite reveal itself all to you at the outset, but like the more you sit with it and look at it, and like I've said it last week that it really does present itself as you're just watching like cable TV, like a weird twisted cable TV system, and you fall into it, but then you realize that this didn't come about just the way that, like, regular TV does. If you watch TV and you flip through the channels the way you do, well, all those different shows were created by different groups of people and different musicians, different actors, and all that. And so any one of those shows might be a whole lot of work, right? But this thing was all made by one group of people, and it does effectively present the illusion of being this fake broadcast or cable TV system. So just like thinking on that for a second, it's just like that was a lot of work to get there, from all these different people. I learned that there's over 100 different actors in this thing. 100 different people are in this.
Damn. Wow. Really went for it.
Yeah. And I kind of just stopped right there. I learned all this from Yacht's website, and I was like, I'm not going to look at that anymore until the game is
until you've seen it all.
Because I'm just really appreciating how this game is unfolding and becoming bigger and bigger.
Is there like a progress bar or something like the
it's not a progress
or like do you have a way to know? I guess if you saw something already and you see it again. Like, is there like a timeline, or like how does it work? Like you just.
So it's like there's all these different channels. There's about a dozen different channels or so. Each of the different channels has a program loop that lasts, I'd say each of the channels has probably 5 or 6 different shows, and each of the shows is about a minute to 2 minutes long. So you can count on, if you're on one channel, between 7 to 10 minutes you've seen everything for that segment of programming. Then you turn to the next channel and you watch the next 7 to 10 minutes, and then after about an hour you've seen all the channels and all the episodes. Then like, okay, I can download the next packet. But there's also there's the TV guide channel, so you can see everything that's there. And then along with the TV guide channel, there's like settings, like just like you'd find on a cable box. And you can kind of dig in and mess with the settings on the cable box, and then you also get messages from your cable provider, Blippo, and so they'll kind of send you notes about what's going on in the universe, and your new packet is ready. After you watch so much, you can't just go watch it all as you please whenever. You have to watch a certain amount, and once you've watched that, then you get your message that says your new packet's ready.
Oh, okay.
And so I mentioned before that this was actually on the play date.
I didn't know that. I mean, I guess I never really
didn't know that either.
I never really followed what was on there. I just remembered it's like, oh yeah, it's a weird handheld thing with a crank.
And I didn't think it was like going to have video content. I didn't realize that was something.
Yeah, I thought it was I thought it was like lesser, right? Did it would only do like small games? I don't know. I really didn't know much.
It's like a really high resolution, but it's
yeah.
monochromatic.
Yeah,
it's monochromatic.
Yeah, right.
There's a filter on here so you can see what it looks like on the play date, and it just kind of looks like a black and white TV, like almost like with static, like TV static from back in the day. Like imagine a black and white TV, but it's got a little bit more static to it. And that's kind of the look of how it looks.
I feel like seeing alien transmissions, though, you'd want to see color. I don't know. That seems.
Mm-hmm.
You
want to see what color their skin is.
Well, just like their fashion and like the environments and all that.
Well, I mean, when they
might be green
made this,
skin,
they clearly made it anticipating it would go beyond.
Yeah,
because it's all in color. It all looks like a normal whatever. Normal video and all that stuff. But I was saying that to say, like, the sort of cadence of the episodes being released, your new packets ready and all that stuff. Because I discovered this week that when they put it on the play date, they actually released it in a weekly format. So like you 1 week you could only watch one packet, and then the next week you turn into your next slate of shows. And I thought that must have been kind of cool to be a part of that, in the play date, audience, which was small. I don't know how many play dates have been sold, but it's got to be like 100,000 or something.
Yeah, only really heard about it when it started, and then it kind of just nobody said anything.
It's one of the most like boutique game systems that's ever existed.
Yeah, but don't you think it would be cool though? Like you're all getting the same thing, and every week,
yeah,
it's you're already in a super niche area with the play date. You know what I mean? So I think everybody got Blippo, and the thing releasing week after week, like you're all kind of in on the mystery together. And it is a mystery. There's like mystery to this game and stuff. So there's stuff to figure out. And there's through lines that go from episode to episode where you kind of like piece together, oh, wait a minute, that actor was on the other show playing a different character. You kind of figure things out between the channels, between the episodes yourself. I think that would have been fun to be part of the group during the release schedule to figure all that stuff out. And then aside from that, there's small references to like, they don't say like change the channel. They say, crank to channel 88, because the play has the crank. Or in the universe, it's not a TV, it's a PD, which is play date.
Like a play date. Yeah.
Yeah. So it all just got me thinking like, I really would like to actually try this on a play date. And they're pretty expensive, like $225. But
yeah, I don't know anybody who has one, or even like from.
I think Janet might have one.
Oh, maybe.
Or at least she was talking about it a lot at some point.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, from podcasts I've heard recently, I don't remember anybody talking about the play date aside of like when it was announced.
Yeah, no concrete plans to get one or anything, but it's now stuck in the back of my mind that like I would like to see this on a play date as intended.
I'd be interested in the used market if they're
I wonder
affordable there.
So yeah, that's what I've been doing, and I'm anxiously awaiting the next installment, which I'll probably play again tomorrow because we're getting pretty late here. The other game that I've been playing this week is WWE.
You got it.
Rounding about almost to 20 hours on that.
Yeah,
wow.
You jumped right into that pretty quickly.
You like it?
Yeah. I like it a lot. It's really good. Like it's solid. I understand you, Shake. Now I understand why you like this game. This is great.
The only like I've played some of these before, and the only problem I had is the control is different from what I like the AW Fight Forever, like N64. It's much different. Like
it is slightly
and
different.
It took me too. I don't know. I guess I didn't have the patience to learn the new controls and stuff because I thought it was a little. It just felt weird, I guess.
So here's the. I guess I can kind of break it down. It's okay. You got the 4 buttons. B is like a hard attack. Y is like a soft attack. A is grapple, and then the big difference is that X is the reverse, and you get a little Q anytime you're able to reverse, and it'll be on for like a blip.
Yeah, there's kind of like quick time events, sort of.
A little bit like a quick time event
when you like reverse the. I remember that, and not. I don't know.
It'll say an X will flash on for a quarter of a second or something like that. Yeah. So once you get used to that, I'm used to it now. And it is different than AEW. You're right, but I'd say I like it just the same, and I think that this is it's a deeper game too. There's more because there's more complexity with the controls. Also, when you learn the controls, it's like there's actually more. I think a little more satisfaction when you achieve something, when you pull it off. I think it's pretty smooth overall. Like they managed to pack a lot into the controls, and there's a lot of variety, a lot of different things you can do, and that's just the basics of controlling the wrestler. Then you pack on there that there's, I don't know, probably there's at least a dozen different match types. I think maybe like 18 different match types.
Yeah, there's a lot. They definitely got way more match types than AW had. That's for sure. Because AW only had a couple, so they definitely blew them out of the water for that.
For me, my favorite is the ladder matches. Those are just when you throw in like a bunch of different people into a ladder match, and you're all like scrambling to get up the ladder, and someone knocks over the ladder. That is really a good time. Yeah, it's been fun to get back into it, and I kind of feel like I crossed a certain threshold to be where I can finally say like I'm not an outside observer of wrestling. I think I can just call myself a wrestling fan.
There you go.
A wrestling game fan. You don't watch enough current TV.
I mean, that's the thing is I've been watching more of it. Not the new stuff, updated stuff, whatever. But I've been watching like classic WWE matches and the various other shows. Like I like
You can watch a lot of watch a lot of the old WCW stuff on YouTube. I've seen that on there. Or I follow a WCW channel will just stream like old Thunder episodes and stuff like that.
It's fun. Like on my lunch breaks to watch. A match can be like 15 minutes or whatever. It's like perfect thing to watch on your break.
I did for a while there when because WWE owns WCW and like ECW and all that, and a bunch of it was on Peacock when back when you could watch all the WWE events on there, like all the pay-per-views. And I watched a bunch of old WCW Nitro stuff, but it kind of got depressing because I kept seeing Chris Benoit and his wife that he killed together on the TV, and I'm like, I know the way the story ends, and it depresses me. So it was kind of, I don't know. It was. I mean, I love that old WCW stuff, but Benoit was on there a lot, and I loved Benoit too. But I mean, yeah, that whole story was just kind of made it a little bit not as fun to watch because I know what happens there, especially with his wife that I know he killed. So it's like, Yeah. But
he's
old
in
shit.
the WCW and NWO World Tour game that I like.
He was in all of the WCW games. Well, I mean, yeah, he was in everything. I think he was in I think he was in it all the way up until like, Vince McMahon bought WCW, and then he was on WWE. But yeah, I mean, he was one of the main guys. A lot of people consider him to be one of the best wrestlers of all time, even still after the murder suicide and all that. But
Well, I mean,
but he's not on there. You can't even see it. Like you couldn't even I think they cut all of his matches out of the pay-per-views. If you could watch them on Peacock or whatever, they cut them out like completely to try to erase him or whatnot. But But he's still on the WCW stuff, you know. I still saw him there, so I don't know.
I think it'd be fun for us all to play the game. You know, if I can game share my one copy.
Yeah, I do want to play it
really
sometime, and
game.
I got to put you in touch with Shake so he can give you the lay of the land on there, or maybe we can just all play with him or something. I know you texted me on Saturday, but I didn't get back till later, and I just edited this podcast and I edited the WRT radio, and I just really just wanted to just play a game by myself. I really was not in the mood for multiplayer, so on Saturday because I felt like I hadn't done anything for myself in like 3 days, so you know.
I haven't even touched like the career mode at all. I had a little hiccup where I wasn't able to. There's a feature where you can like take a picture and put your face on the wrestler.
Yeah, you can't do it on the Switch version though. That wasn't included in the Switch version. That was a big deal when it came out. That it wasn't available because you could do it in the other. That was like the only negative aspect of that versus the other systems from what I heard, that you can't actually bring images on there. Because there's no way to do it. Well, I guess you could use I guess there's a camera, but it doesn't use that.
It leads you to believe that you can, because maybe the way that they sort of patched over that wasn't really great, but you know, it still refers you to the website, and like there's like some generic faces that you can put on there. Like, why are these generic faces? I was a little confused by that.
I mean, I heard the creator wrestler is really in depth though. Like you can do, like I've seen people make like, you know, make like AEW wrestlers on there that look like developers made them or whatever. You know, like I know you get a lot more options for making your own wrestlers in that game than you did for AEW. That's for sure.
It's pretty in depth, and when I get into a creative character like that with a lot of depth, it's like, oh, I'm gonna be here for like 6 hours. So
yeah, that's how some of those. Yeah,
I'll take a weekend and do that sometime. Make it look like myself or whatever.
There was a WWE game on GameCube. No, it wasn't No Mercy. What was it called? I forget what it is. But it had like a really crazy creator wrestler. Like I made like the Thing from Fantastic Four, and I could give him like the Rocky skin and all that. Like it was nuts because you could actually design like your skin. You could design like a texture for your skin. So I I basically drew out like the rocks and put it over him, and I could make him. You could change their skin color and like the body makeup and move like their eye position and nose around, and you could do crazy stuff. Like you could I remember like I played it a lot with Jesse when we lived together, and we made like the lizard from Spider-Man, like with the scales and the tail and all that. Like you could do all this weird shit. Yeah. We made some really cool looking like comic book characters on there because you could do. There's like so much stuff you could do with it, and you could. I think like my memory card got corrupted, so I lost all those guys that I made, which makes me sad because I had some really cool characters in there that I made that really looked like my Thing one. I was really proud of because it really looked like you could make him look huge, like the actual like character and all that, and it was cool.
Well, they announced WWE 2K26 this week. You know, I'm not going to get that or anything. I'm fine with this one.
You don't want to play through CM Punk's history story and have him. Have him, tell him about whatever.
Maybe next year. Maybe I'll get on a cycle of getting the old game. You know,
I don't think. I watched the trailer of it. It looks cool. I think there's a couple new match types, but I don't understand how anybody would buy these games every year. Like it's, I feel like the Madden ones are a little more appealing because you have like new rosters and all that. But the wrestlers they're still. I guess they only do update packs for so long and. I don't know. I would be if I was more into the WWE stuff. I'd wait a couple ones and then buy one and then see.
Well, they also announced. Speaking of the DLC packs, this is going to have battle passes instead, so they're not doing DLC packs.
So what? Like Fortnite, where you got to pay like $10 a month or something to unlock everything or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't read too much into it, but picture Fortnite applied to WWE. Yeah.
Well, they have like the island, and it's available on 2K25 also, where like there's this online thing where you play with like a bunch of people and stuff. I think that's more like Battle Pass Fortnite shit, but
Stadium Stampede.
Yeah, but they don't have Stadium Stampede. Like that was really cool. I really wish that would have been done better. But no, I watched the trailer for it. I mean, it looks fine. I'm not really that invested in the characters, and I'm sure I've said it many a times how much I dislike CM Punk. I'm sure he's a fine guy, but when he's not a baby about everything, So I know he stands for good things or whatever, but he's also a fucking baby. Like when he was on AEW, they gave him everything, and he still was pissy and still fought with the other wrestlers in the locker room for no reason. So I mean,
Tell him that next time you see him walking his dog.
yeah, I actually ran into a friend of his at a party at one of Caroline's parties because he's like somewhat involved with like the teacher union and all that, and I felt like I was kind of a dick about it because I was like, oh yeah, fuck CM Punk, but she was actually really cool. I wish I would have been less like. I thought she was just some crazy CM Punk fan, But no, she was cool. But I was like,
well, maybe she thought you were, wrestling fans.
No, she was nice to me. She's like, whatever. She's like, I only watch. She's like, I don't really watch. I don't really watch wrestling at all. She's like, I watch, some of his matches, and that's about it. And I really should have asked him like, what if he told her like what his excuse is for that, like the brawl out and like when he attacked like Jack Perry and all that, like what is his side of the story here of like all the shit that happened that got him fired from AEW? Like that's what I want to know. Like how do you explain that? How your temper, and they really did, like, I don't know, I felt like they treated him like a fucking god when he was there. They gave like he won like 2 matches out of technicalities, like it wasn't, they gave him everything he wanted and he was still mad about it. I don't understand, and like he was I don't know. Watch that press conference after when he got the belt. He was such an asshole to like the whole, to the whole. He's like, they gave you everything, dude, and you're just a prick. Like, what is this? But anyway, I don't care about CM Punk. But I'm glad you like the game. I'm glad you like WWE 2K25. I'd get it at some point. I can't get it right now in the February rush of games that I love that are coming out that I don't have money for. It's not the right time for getting anything else. Especially when like, two of my favorite series of like all time have 2 games like within 2 weeks of each other. So, got Dragon Quest and Yakuza back to back. Like I can't think of anything else.
Well, we'll play it for free sometime this week.
So, but yeah, sometime we should try to do a stream. We should definitely. I'll try to when both you guys are online. I'll try to get you and Shake in there, and we can all play it or whatever. But yeah, no, you enjoy it. I saw you've been playing. There's enough old school wrestlers in there to keep you happy. I saw you playing as like Mankind, and
yeah,
I'm sure you can play as. I mean, I don't know. I was like, who else?
Playing Jake
like
the Snake,
like Earthquake. Yeah, Jake the Snake. Yeah, you like him. I was gonna say Hulk Hogan, but he's got. You don't want to talk about him either. I know he's dead now. He's a shitbag also.
I've been going for you have to unlock everybody. It's like 1,000 credits to unlock each wrestler or whatever. And if you
so you can't unlock stuff. Like I always, I don't like it nowadays where everybody's already unlocked. Like I kind of miss the
I like it this way.
Like I had so much fun with like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on Dreamcast, where I would just play through the arcade and get enough game money to buy another character, and then I'll play through the arcade as them, and then unlock another one. Like that was fun. Like I put like 30 some hours into it just doing that, just unlocking characters. I kind of miss.
Yeah, no, it looks like
that being a thing.
The current roster is there from the beginning, and then all the old school ones, or there's a couple old school ones that are ready to go at the start. But pretty much, if you win a match, you probably earn like 600 or 700 credits if you did really well, and then it's 1,000 credits to unlock somebody. So you can unlock somebody basically every say 2 matches or so that you win. It's fun. It's fun that way. Just like you said, it's like, oh, cool, I won this match, and now I get a prize, and it's Diamond Dallas Page or whoever.
Well, I don't think any of you guys are on Facebook, but you remember Ron? You remember Ron from college, Jeremy? Do you remember Ron who owned the tattoo place that we used to go to?
Yeah.
He's he works for Diamond Dallas Page now. I saw a picture of of them together on Facebook. I was like,
well, that's cool.
I was like, dude, you gotta tell him that I have a mask of him in my basement that I made when I was like 16. Because I like
everything DDP is doing now.
I have my Diamond Dallas Page clay mask that I made in high school for my art class. It's in the spare bedroom now. I put it up on display. But yeah, no, I guess a friend of ours who owned a tattoo place in Champaign. I went to college with him. Also, he's working for DDP Yoga now, and I saw pictures of him hanging out with fucking Diamond Dallas Page from WCW. So. Good for you.
Yeah, I subscribe to their YouTube channel, so he's probably working on those videos that I watch, right? But I like just the inspirational message and stuff that he puts out there is great. And then I don't know if I've talked about this documentary, this show before, but the resurrection of Jake the Snake.
You did talk about the Jake
Talk
the
about
Snake
that.
documentary before.
Everybody got to watch
I mean,
that
probably
movie.
like some years ago, but I remember you mentioning it. Wasn't there a documentary about Razor Ramon too, or was he in that
He
documentary?
was in it. He was in
Or Scott Hall,
Jake the
whatever
Snake.
you want to call him. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the Jake the Snake documentary, which if you don't know,
Well, I watched the movie The Wrestler, so I think I know enough about Jake the Snake.
I'm not talking to you. I got you. I'm talking
And
to
also-
the general audience.
And
now,
also,
yeah.
there's an old documentary back from when
Yep.
Jeremy and I went to the same college called Beyond the Mat, which has a
Beyond
really
the
cool
Mat, yep.
section in it about Jake the Snake. Also,
Yes, which I would say to anybody listening, watch Beyond the Mat first.
if you can find it, I don't think you can rent it anywhere digitally. Even it's pretty. It might not even be. I don't know. I have a DVD copy of it, but I remember it's kind of. I don't know. You might have to buy a DVD or torrent it or something like that. But,
Find it some way, because you go from the lows of Beyond the Mat, where he's really presented as like the tragic figure of that movie, to the highs of the resurrection of Jake the Snake, where he turns around his addictions and finds meaning to life and gets to the top again. It's like, wow, that was what a story. I felt like Resurrection of Jake the Snake, that should have been nominated for best documentary. I really, really loved that movie. Aside from all the wrestling stuff, just as a documentary, as a movie, as an inspirational movie, that was fantastic. All right, so let's move on.
you can watch the resurrection of Jake the Snake on Amazon Prime, among some other stuff, and also Beyond the Mat you can rent for like $4.
Okay,
From
everybody should do
various
that.
places.
That's
so.
your assignment this week.
So you can see those. I mean, I did see Jake the Snake did do like a few years in AEW, so I saw him. He was the manager of what the fuck is his name? Lance something. I don't remember his last. He's a big guy that his like catchphrase is "Everybody dies." I'm like, dude, stop reminding me of that. Every time I see you, you always say that. It's like I know that. Stop. That's like his finishing move. It's called like "Everybody dies." But yeah, Jake the Snake was his manager for a while. I always thought it was funny because he's supposed to be like this big heel, but he's got like this giant like fucking Jesus tattoo on his back, of like the horizon and the crosses and all that. But he's supposed to be the super evil guy, but he's got all these religious tattoos. I don't know. I always thought it was funny. I want to say Lance Storm, but I think that's an ECW guy. But yeah, did you have anything else? Lance Archer, that's his name. And also, I was wrong earlier. It's Christopher Cross. That's the yacht club guy I was trying to think of. Christopher Cross was the one who did the sailing song. That's known as like a yacht club anthem song or whatever, or yacht.
Oh, I thought you were
yacht
talking
rock.
about AWOL Nation.
Oh yeah.
Sail!
I mean, I don't know that song, but I saw it when I was trying to find the other one. But anyway, yeah.
Listen to it. It's great.
Are you good on stuff?
good.
We take a break and then we'll come back and do our predictions. All right. Let's take a break, and we'll be back and talk about our direct predictions.
Sounds good. Hey, you.
It's me, Mario.
Yeah, you. Subscribe to our Patreon to hear our bonus shows, which happen every month.
I'm tired.
Tired of all the big corporate podcasts spoon feeding you the same old video game news on every single show?
Spaghetti. Ravioli.
Then expand!
With NintenDomain Expansion Pack,
It's us talking about old games that were important to us. It's us interviewing people that we meet at conventions. And heck, it's live shows from those same conventions. It's basically everything you could want that NintenDomain ever made.
Here we go!
And it's just $1 a month.
That's less than a bad indie on the eShop.
It's $12 a year, which is less than Nintendo Switch Online.
Thank you so much for subscribing to our Patreon and supporting NintenDomain.
Just go to patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast and hey, Mario, let go.
Whoa!
He's throwing us back to the show.
So long, Bowser.
Patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast.
Game over.
We're back from the break, and I think that we should talk about our predictions for the Nintendo Direct first here.
Sure.
So, it was rumored by Nate the Hate Monger,
Yeah.
that he's bringing his hate to us in ways of spoiling Directs. No, last week I think I mentioned it like for a second that there was a rumor going around, and once again, it was like, oh, will it happen? Will it not happen? And then it happens like 24 hours before, in the morning.
Uh-huh.
It's like, oh, there it is. But and I saw later that saying that it was a partner showcase, which makes more sense, I think, than it being like a regular Nintendo Direct, because Nintendo's kind of like laid out most of their hand of what they're doing for most of the year that we know of. And also since they dropped all this other shit like Bella Bell Park and like Tomodachi Life and Virtual Boy, and they've been like we said last week, they're doing this old like dissected Direct. So, but no, we're getting a partner showcase, which I'm excited about because Switch 2 seems to be doing great for the third party games, and I personally am happy to see all these games that some of them I couldn't play because I didn't have a PS5. Or just stuff I just wanted to play on there. Like even Jeremy, you already had Cyberpunk. You got it again.
I did,
and put like double the time into it on the Switch. So I'm sure you like seeing this stuff.
I do
as well. So, but I did want to, before I forget, we did actually get a comment from one of which actually goes right along with this topic. So I want to read it right now. We got a comment from one of our listeners on the NintenDomain Facebook app, the NintenDomain community page, and this is from Hutch, who says, while going to see Iron Lung, my son and I stopped in a store. There we both saw the Switch 2 in person for the first time. Not one for sale, just the display. But it started a conversation about why we haven't gotten one yet. Beyond price, it simply comes down to no game either of us are excited to play on it. This will probably change after a Direct tomorrow. But what games do you wish were on it to justify owning one? For us, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, Elden Ring, and those newly announced Tomb Raider games. And then he said, and yes, we're excited for Masters of the Universe, and then posted a picture of this Masters of the Universe board game, but I guess he has painted all the miniatures for it. It's really cool. So,
wow. I didn't quite know what that was. I knew it was a board game, but I didn't realize.
I actually do have a Masters of the Universe board game that I got as a kid, where you used your figures as playing pieces, and you could build the board in different ways. It just reminded me of that. I got it. It's over there.
Oh, that's cool.
Right. It's in my closet full of old board games that I don't want to get rid of, like my Willow board game, and I have a Batman board game also, not the movie, the show.
Wow.
The 60s show, Batman. And I have a Wayne's World board game also from the first movie.
Well, your He-Man board game that uses the action figures as characters, is it humongous, like to scale with the action figures?
It's basically a bunch of different cardboard pieces, but you can piece it in different ways. Like there's different like builds that you can do for it. But the way it works is there's a little plastic case that has like these two little foot spots where you'll like slide your toy's feet in there, and then you use it as your movable character. But it also
like
comes
Amiibo
with
Festival.
It also kind of. It also comes with a cardboard background. Like you don't need to have figures to play it. You can still play it without owning the toys, but if you do, you can put them in there and use them as your play piece or whatever. But it also comes with cardboard things that show the picture of the character. So if you want to if you don't have them, you can still play the game. But I always thought it was really cool that you could actually use figures as your piece or whatever to play.
That's a good idea.
I always thought it was neat. But I still have it because my mom saved it, so I have it in the closet here.
Hutch, I'm glad you're excited for the He-Man movie too. If we were close together, if you're in the Detroit area, we'll go see it together.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember where exactly he's at. But yeah, thanks for sending us a response. And of course, my answers for this are on my bingo card. I'm sure. So
Same.
But we all have Switch 2s. I really like my Switch 2. John only has Nintendo systems, so
yep.
For like current. So I mean, that's a big reason to get it. And also look at the February lineup. I don't know how you, like I said, there's a lot of stuff coming out day and date, like Yakuza, Resident Evil, Dragon Quest, Dragon Quest has always been day and date with other systems, but I think Resident Evil is a really big deal. And like Pragmata also, which looks really cool, having going with the other systems, and who knows what else we'll see tomorrow that might do that as well. So
I think I agree with the spirit of Hutch's question, which is that there's not necessarily one clear game that's gotta have the Switch. If you're not on board already, if Mario Kart World didn't get you, if Donkey Kong didn't get you, I don't know that there is yet one game on the Switch 2 that's the definitive, yes, absolutely the killer app. You know what I mean? I think that's what Hutch may be asking, and I think maybe when we're done, we should review our bingo choices here and maybe pick what's the one on our bingo that we think
that you think might be
that could bring
a game
Hutch in.
changer. Sure. Well, I said it's not on my bingo card because it's a first party thing, but I said my response to him was, I know you'll be on board when the newest Xenoblade comes out. When you see the Xenoblade Switch 2 only game, and you see how cool, how amazing it looks with Monolith, I think they'll have you for that. And he did respond and say he had to get through X first, but I mean you don't.
I feel that.
I think that, well, I don't know. He'd been on our show before to talk about the mythology of the story of Xenoblade. I think when you get a proper Xenoblade 4 built from the ground up on Switch 2, I think that's going to blow a lot of people's minds. Even if you're not a Xenoblade fan, I think it's still going to look incredible. The graphics in it.
Yeah, I can't even begin to imagine.
Because Xenoblade 3 looked amazing too. I think that's one of the best looking games on the system. But to see what they can do with the horsepower of Switch 2, that in itself, I think is going to blow a lot of people's minds. But let's get started on the bingo cards here. We'll just do all ours. Just try to run through it pretty quick. All right. So I did, taking a page out of John's book, I did my 4 corners of hope on here, just because. Why not? And I also have I have a row that's dedicated to February games specifically because I'm sure we'll see them all in a sizzle reel or something at least.
Fair.
So my first corner of hope, which I've had on the last 4 of these fucking bingo cards that I've been doing, is Fatal Fury: City of the Wolves.
Okay.
The fighting game, the sequel to King of Fighters, Fatal Fury, Mark of the Wolves, whatever. It's that game. I want that game to come to Switch too, so I could play it, because I think it's a PS5 only game also. But I want to play it, and there's Street Fighter guys in there too. They did kind of a crossover, sort of a Capcom versus SNK thing. But yeah, and I actually saw another game coming out that's also called City of the Wolves, but not the Fatal Fury one. So maybe I could get a point for that too, because all I wrote was City of the Wolves. I didn't actually put Fatal Fury on there.
Either way, keep your pets inside.
Sure. And then this was actually the last one that I put in here because I was kind of completely out of ideas, but I forgot this was a thing. I put Call of Duty on there because you remember them when Microsoft bought Bethesda or whatever. No, it's not Bethesda. There was some sort of thing where somebody said we're putting Call of Duty on Switch, and that was when Switch 2 wasn't even announced.
I think they legally had to for some reason.
Yeah, it was some reason, but I mean, maybe we'll see it tomorrow. Maybe we'll see whatever Call of Duty it will be on there. I don't think I'll ever buy it, but it's going to come eventually. Yeah, so
that's a pretty good
maybe we'll see it tomorrow. My one after that, just because they just did that big Xbox showcase thing, and the new Forza Horizon was on there. That's always kind of been something that I put on my bingo cards because it's coming out for PS5 also.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so there's a good chance we might see a Forza Horizon game on Switch, especially since we've seen other Microsoft stuff come to Nintendo before. After that, I think this one is a definite. Pragmata, I think we'll see that for sure. The Capcom game.
Oh, it's a lot.
Like I said, they did a bunch of preview stuff already for that. This is my other corner of hope. I would love to see this tomorrow, and that's Doom: The Dark Ages. Put that on Switch too, so I can play that beautiful game. Let's do it. I think it'd be really cool. Next row, Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I think there's a good chance we might see that one at some point. The one after that, I think this is a definite. So there's been some rumbling around the internet that there's an unannounced Falcom game that no one knows about. Not Ys, not Trails in the Sky. And they said that it's going to be announced in February at some point. And it is February right now. There's Direct tomorrow. Keep in mind, we did see the first time we saw the Trails in the Sky remake was in like a sizzle reel on I think on the Japanese one or something. So they have unveiled stuff through Nintendo Directs before. So maybe we'll see whatever the secret Falcom game is. Because the company themselves said that they would unveil at some point this month. And it is this month now. So it could happen tomorrow. Another one, I did see some rumors about this one, but I already had it on my bingo card. Metaphor ReFantasio for Switch 2. I think there's a really good chance that'll happen. It was on PS4 too. We already got Persona Reload last year. I think we'll get that game for sure. And this one, it may be a first-party title, but I think it belongs on here. And I put F-Zero on my bingo card because F-Zero GX was a Sega game. It was made by a partner. So then, and we saw this before where the fucking scuba diving game was on a partner direct because it was made by a different person other than internal Nintendo.
Steel Diver.
Yeah, no, not Steel Diver. The other one, the one
Endless
that Logan
Ocean.
hated. Endless Ocean, yeah, that one. Endless Ocean was on a partner direct.
Too much water.
Even though it's a Nintendo, yeah, it's all water.
Here's where I think that could come true. Is I think that there might possibly be a third party, Virtual Boy thing. There's certain Virtual Boy games
Waterworld,
like Waterworld. That's where I'm going. Waterworld.
You got Kevin Costner there to announce it.
Like Waterworld was produced by Universal, and Nintendo and Universal are best buddies, right?
Oh, sure, yeah.
So I think
that'd be funny.
They might throw that in there.
Yeah.
And then, as an aside, hey, all these other games are coming, including the with Zero Racers. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Zero Racers.
I think that'll get you your F-Zero ticket there.
Oh, sure. I was just thinking, after playing F-Zero for the billionth time on Animal Crossing, I was just like, oh yeah, F-Zero is awesome. But I was like, but F-Zero GX, the best F-Zero game, was made by Sega, made by the guy who did Yakuza. So I mean, it is like technically a third party title working with a first party, property. So it could happen, And there was also a partner direct where they showed like a bunch of rare games on the 64. Like that was when they dropped like Blast Core, like that was during a partner direct. So I mean, there has been like, Nintendo Switch Online stuff also. So it could be that.
I think the likelihood that we don't get the entire Virtual Boy library is zero because there's only 22 games. It's like they're going to put them all out eventually.
I think there's 20. Well, something like that. I counted them. I was counting them up during I think it's like it's 20 or 21 or 22, something like that. It's pretty close. Next, I put Fallout on there because I don't remember which. There was one that was announced for Switch, but I don't know the numbers of the Fallout. Is it 3 or 4? Or
was there one announced for Switch?
Yeah, there was.
Was it New
they
Vegas,
were going to do. They were going to do a remake of because they were doing like an Ultimate Edition or like an Anniversary Edition of. I don't know which one it is. Like whichever one was before, like the Vegas one. I don't know. I don't like these games. I don't follow these games. But I mean, it's like. Was it Fallout 3 or 4 was the big one on PS4 that everybody liked? But anyway.
Fallout 3 and then 4. I don't know.
Okay.
New Vegas is most people's favorite.
New Vegas, right, is the one after that. But But no, there was one that was announced to be coming to Switch, and it was like a remake of 3 or 4, like one of the 3D Fallouts. So I think we'll see something about that because they've already mentioned it, so they should put it on here. This is my February row here, which I think there's a pretty good chance we'll see all of these considering they're all coming out like this month. Ease X Proud Nordics, Ease 10 Proud Nordics. I think we'll get something for because it's coming out on the 20th of February.
Is that a Switch 2 exclusive?
Yes.
Okay.
It is. That's the one. That's the 120 FPS Ease 10, but it's got extra stuff in it. I looked at some of the new stuff. There's some new islands, and there's a whole new character and extra story stuff and all that. And I already have Ease 10, but I want the 120 FPS one that runs quicker. But that one I'm putting on hold, obviously, until I have a more substantial job because I already have that game. Yakuza Kiwami 3. I just put Yakuza though because I think there's a good chance we might see like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. We might see some of these other games on there. So, but I think we'll definitely see Kiwami 3 if only in a sizzle reel just because it's coming out next week. Why not? I think I put Resident Evil on there just as Resident Evil because I know like Resident Evil 9 is around the corner, but there's been a lot of rumors out there about the remakes coming to Switch or like they're possibly be of them announcing a remake of Code Veronica. Like I've seen a lot of rumors about that.
That would get me jazzed. So, I'd like to play that again for sure.
Yeah, I never played it, so I would definitely play it.
Oh, that's great! I love that. The story in that one was really good.
It feels like Capcom has obviously been throwing a lot towards Nintendo. Like they have, they got Pragmata, they got Resident Evil. Street Fighter, like all have their own amiibo, for their different titles, and Monster Hunter Stories 3 too. Like they're throwing all this stuff towards Switch too. So, I mean, even though Resident Evil 9's right around the corner, it is like the 30th anniversary of Resident Evil this year. So, I mean, I think there's a good chance. I think Jeremy mentioned it a little bit last week, but I want this to be the Resident Evil system like the GameCube was.
Oh, hell yeah.
The Switch 2 has kind of mirrored GameCube in some ways with like, bringing back like Kirby Air Riders, and I've seen people or like Metroid Prime, like, referencing stuff that was on GameCube that got sequels now. And I want to see that time of GameCube where Capcom was like every Resident Evil on GameCube now, and now they're like $300. I wish I would have bought them when they were out at the time, but I was a poor college student.
They were just direct ports, so they were
direct ports,
expensive.
but they're rare now.
I know,
they're a couple $100 now for the game. The GameCube ones are worth more than other ones. And to finish off my February row is Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. I'm pretty sure we'll see that in a sizzle reel, because it's out today. It's as of right now, and it'll be out tomorrow. But I'd be very surprised if they don't mention it within there. After that, next row, Silent Hill. I think we might see one of those on there. Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill F, Silent Hill Q, whatever they're called. We'll see one of them because that was kind of a rumor too. Silent Hill was coming to Switch too.
Are you guys aware that there's a Silent Hill movie that came out like 2 weeks ago?
Oh, I was gonna say
I've heard
I saw the old one.
That it's bad, but that's all I know.
I didn't know there was a new movie. No.
Yeah, it's out in theaters.
Oh, really?
Without a blip. Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know what's in theaters right now, but that is, I guess. No, I didn't know there was a new Silent Hill movie. Trails in the Sky second chapter. I think they did release a new trailer for that, which I watched some of it because I don't need to see that much. I don't want to see any spoilers. I'm gonna buy that game no matter what. But it just did some cool comparisons showing like the way that certain moves that you did in the original game, how they transfer to 3D and all that. It kind of like showed you different magic moves and whatnot. It looks great. I think there's a good chance we'll see that. I put Monster Hunter to make it vague because maybe Wilds, probably definitely Monster Hunter Stories 3, but I think we'll see that. Virtua Fighter 5 Revo World Tour or whatever it's called. I think we'll see that because that did get it did get a date in between episodes. It's coming out on the same day as Meet Me in Bella Bell Park, so that means that there's no way I'm getting the Mario Wonder thing because I'm getting fucking Virtua Fighter 5.
It's only $20
for $20. Yeah, there is actually a deluxe version for $50. Just that I thought about getting just because you can use all of the original sprites from like Virtua Fighter 1, and I love it when they do that in games. I don't know if I want to pay $30 extra for that, but there's also a Yakuza DLC in there too where you can wear like Kiryu's stupid suit with all the characters and all that. I don't know. maybe if I have more money, then I might go for the deluxe one, just get the extra stuff. But no, Virtual Fighter 5 looks awesome. $20 is a great price. And I put, to finish off this row, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I think we're going to see that specifically. And I've seen rumors that they might show both of them, that they might show 2 and 3 on the Direct, which we haven't seen 3 yet, the remake 3. And I did say it in my predictions that I thought that they would show the third one, but I said that it would be a Nintendo Time exclusive, which I don't know if we'll get that. But you never know. It is kind of going towards the things that I said might happen. And my third corner of hope is Marvel Rivals. Where's that game at? We can play it on Switch too. Put it on there. I want to run around and punch people with the thing in a Fortnite type thing. Indiana Jones game. I thought we might see some of that. I forget what the name of it is.
It's called the Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. I have it on mine too.
Yeah, the Great Circle. Okay. I thought there was a circle in there or something. I think they'll show that. WWE 2K26. I think that's a good chance we'll see it on that since we just saw the trailer. It's coming to Switch for sure. We know it's coming. PGA Tour 2K25. Yeah, I did a double take on that. I thought it should say 26 because that's the year now. But that's actually coming out this week. No, it's this week. It's coming out this week, so there's a good chance that'll be on the Direct. And finishing off my 4 corners of hope, which I've had on my bingo card for I don't know how many times. Tekken 8. Bring Tekken 8 to Switch 2 already, please. And they've also said that they were looking into it, is all that I've heard. That they were looking to see what it would take to bring it to Switch 2. That's all I've heard. There's a good chance we might see it. So there you go. What do you guys got?
Alrighty. I got mine all thrown together. As usual, I wasn't strategic enough, but oh well. I
totally forgot about Elden Ring too. That was originally going to be in my bingo card, but it just totally slipped my mind when I was trying to put this together. I was like, oh yeah, fucking Elden Ring.
So yeah, I've been saying this for quite a while, but throwing blueprints up at the top corner, I really think we're going to.
Oh yeah,
blueprints
too.
At some point.
Forgot about that one.
Yeah, and I want more people to play it because it's such a good game. New Monkey Ball, just anything. A new Monkey Ball game. I think we're about time for them to talk about one.
Yeah. The last one was 2 years ago. It wasn't last year. I just looked it up. It was 2024. So.
Oh, Banana Rumble was that long ago?
Yeah,
it was in
2024. 2 years ago.
I guess it's long enough that it was on sale for $15. So yeah.
Because we played it. Well, we played it at Jeremy's at the pre-wedding party thing at the arcade.
That's true.
We played it at the hotel. So it was. Yeah. So that was 2024.
All right, new Monkey Ball. Let's get it.
If it's as good as the last one, then yeah.
Yeah. I've been saying it for a while, but Microsoft Flight Simulator, come on. Let's get on Switch.
For real? Those mouse controls?
Yeah, I don't know. I just want to play it. Expedition 33, so I said that too.
Yeah.
I haven't mentioned it, but I did get a chance to play a little bit of it because I had a 2-hour demo that I could play through the PS5.
Through the PS Plus.
And I mean, I was sad when the 2 hours was done. I was having a good time. So I think it's pretty good. It's really pretty and the music's really, really good. So I really want to play this game. If I don't play it before, it'll be hopefully on the Switch and I'll play it there. Mouse PI for Hire, just because they've been releasing a bunch of more stuff about that.
Oh
lately.
yeah. I forgot about that.
Out today. Got that first 12 minutes.
So I have a feeling they'll say something about it tomorrow. Going on to the second row, Duskbloods. I think maybe we'll hear something about Duskbloods tomorrow.
Yeah,
finally,
that was another one I wanted to put on the card, but forgot about it when I was actually writing them out.
Yep, sticking with Neversoft. The next one's Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Do you think they talk about Elden Ring first or Duskbloods first?
They'll talk about Elden Ring first.
I would think that because Elden Ring was supposed to come out last year, right? And they delayed it.
Yeah, so it's been delayed indefinitely. We don't know when it's supposed to come out.
And they need to do a little course correction with that, like to really convince people that hey, this is going to be good on Switch too. Yeah, and then move on to Duskbloods. Yep.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3 because it's going to be on the Switch at some point, so I'm just going to keep guessing.
I mean, Kat Bailey's working on it, right?
Right.
That's what she's doing now. That's what she's porting it to Switch 2.
That's her job specifically.
Yeah. Now that we don't hear anymore on Axe. She's
just. Hey, Kat, is Baldur's Gate 3 ready on Switch 2?
Hold on.
The only thing she is doing now is just porting stuff to Switch 2. I think that's her job over there. No, probably not, but that's what I like to believe.
Actually, I don't know why it just popped into my head, which it probably won't come because I think Sony might have something to do with it. But Deathloop, it was a launch game for the PS5 that
Oh yeah.
is pretty fun. It's like a time traveling first person shooter where you've got someone chasing you the whole time and you got to like avoid them.
That makes sense. I think Sony's audience has got their kicks out of it, and yeah,
It's
Sony
cool.
I mean, we
has
do
fun
have.
with Nintendo, sure.
We are getting. I mean, we are getting like that baseball game. There's that Sony made baseball game that's
MLB
coming
The
out.
Show.
Yeah, we are getting a new one soon because baseball's starting in a couple months or whatever. So I'd like to see what it looks like on Switch 2. I mean, I'm not going to get it, but the other one was Switch 1. I'm just going to look a lot closer to the PS5 version of Switch 2.
I was super vague with this next one, but I think somebody's made some kind of art game where you use the mouse. Like there's an indie game where you. So I just said art game mouse, but something to highlight the hey, we made this this paint program and you can play it.
Somebody wants to get in before Mario Paint does.
Right.
I mean, there.
Good.
No, it was. I mean, I could talk about it later. I was going to say there is like a release coming out this week that is an art game with a mouse.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Next row, Saturn on the Nintendo Switch Online. That'll never
I
happen.
thought about
Man,
this for a second.
I
today.
That
want
would be
it to.
wild.
I want it
would
to
love
happen.
Saturn, yeah.
That'd be so wild. And I would definitely buy that controller if that became a thing.
100%.
Yeah, what does it even look like? I mean, if they made a wireless Dreamcast controller, I would buy that too.
It just looks like a big Sega pad.
Yeah.
Well, they had two. I mean, there was the one that came out when the system launched, but then there was the one that launched.
Oh, with Knights, yeah. And it was like a dual analog thing.
Yeah.
Or it may have been single analog. I don't know if it was dual analog, but it had an analog stick. And then I said one more thing because I always forget to put that. But one more thing. Come on, there's going to be one more thing at the end of the presentation.
You should have put that in the bottom corner.
I know. Like I said, I'm not very strategic here. Free spot. Then I said Chrono Trigger because come on, it's going to happen eventually.
What's free spot?
That's my free spot.
Oh, the middle spot. Oh, yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
Spot, like the 7-Up guy. Like, what are you talking about?
Dropping today.
And then last in that round is some kind of SpongeBob game. I don't know. SpongeBob's popular right now. There's a new movie, so maybe they'll show something with SpongeBob.
There is like 6 of those games already on Switch, so you never know.
Next row, Sonic Racing DLC, just because I know there's all kinds of
Oh
stuff
yeah, I
going
should
on
have
with
done
that.
that.
Maybe they'll announce something about it tomorrow.
I just posted it on the Slack. They just gave the dates. They're dropping the Super Monkey Ball racers for free next weekend, and then they're doing the 2 other Sonic characters that I didn't recognize for free the 2 weekends after that. So they just dropped their schedule for February. So there's a good chance that could be on there.
I kept my Resident Evil thing vague too. I just said Resident Evil news, some kind of Resident Evil news.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see something like it's from Resident Evil. Maybe we'll see the amiibo. Maybe we'll see the Grace amiibo because we haven't seen that yet.
I want to know more about Pony Island 2, so I put that on here.
Yeah,
and it's definitely it's a small, it's definitely a partner kind of thing, as well as the next one.
So
yeah.
For
and
them to come
I think
out
Pony
with
Island was announced like last year or the year before. Next is Metaphor Refantasio. I guess that as well.
Yep.
And then I also guessed Monster Hunter, but I did say Wilds because I figure that's probably what it would be. Then on the bottom left, I have an update on Mina the Hollower because we don't know when that's coming out. So maybe
yeah. Remember that? Remember that game?
It was supposed to come out on Halloween last year. Yeah,
it's coming out in another 4 years, 2030.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's what they. Yeah, I thought they put 3030.
I thought maybe we get Final Fantasy 13 because they'll just keep adding more Final Fantasy games to eventually get up to 16, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it would be interesting to
13
see
hasn't been ported to the Nintendo console yet, I don't think
if they
so.
did like a 13 trilogy or something. I would think, I didn't put it on my bingo, but I think we'll see 14 before we see any of the other ones because you can play 14 on your fucking iPhone. So, I mean, I'm surprised they haven't put it on Switch too yet.
Yeah, I guess
like the MMO game, you could play that on anything now. So I'm surprised.
I didn't realize it was on the phone.
Yeah, I think they announced it last year at some point. I don't know if it's out yet, but they did say they're making it for iPhone.
And then I said Bloodborne because come on, you Neversoft, you got to be here somewhere. I'm going to throw 3 Neversoft things in here. One of them's going to stick, I hope. And everybody wants Bloodborne to be remade, and so far there's no sign of that happening. And then I said Power World just for fun, just for funnies. It'll never happen, but how fucking funny would that be if you could play Power World on the Switch too?
Could happen. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but you could.
And finally, I said the Disney Afternoon Collection. I think they'll say something about it because it's a fairly recent piece of news and it's not out yet.
It's an easy win to say. Hey,
that's another one I forgot about because it's like this month, and unless they want it, there's a good chance it'd be on there.
I got a lot of repeats on mine, so we'll get through mine pretty quick. But neither of you have Shenmue in one of your 4 corners of hope.
Right.
Oh no, I do though. I have the better one. It's called Yakuza.
Oh, okay.
The better of the games, the one that's fun to play.
Throwing down there. All right.
It had some of the same developers on it. You could even consider it a sequel.
Resident Evil, Pragmata, Monster Hunter Stories 3, and then my other corner of hope, Shenmue 2. Yes, I'm going to do them all. WWE 2026, PGA 2025, the Star Trek game that's coming out.
Oh yeah, the Voyager game.
Oh yeah, Star Trek Voyager. I've been looking for that demo. There's supposed to be a demo out. I really want to try it out.
Yakuza Kiwami 3 and Dark Ties. What else?
You put the whole title on there.
Yeah, you did.
All of it. Dragon Quest 7, out now.
Reimagined,
yes. Mina the Hollower, the Indiana Jones game, Elden Ring, Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection.
I forgot about Mega Man. I forgot that Mega Man had a game coming.
Yeah, very soon. And Capcom, I guess, is showing off games with Nintendo, so
that'll probably get an amiibo too.
Probably
we'll get a new Mega Man amiibo.
I think we'll have a pretty good Capcom presence there. That and Disney, throw Disney Afternoon Collection on the pile there. That's a lot of Capcom stuff.
Oh yeah, that's Capcom too.
Metroid Prime 2, Pikmin 2, both those are showing up. Virtua Fighter, 5 Revo World Stage, woohoo! MLB The Show, Scott Pilgrim EX, Shenmue 3, my other corner of hope. The Disney Afternoon Collection, EZX, Proud Nordics, the Duskbloods, and then my final corner of hope, Shenmue 4, the unannounced Shenmue 4.
Wow, they're going to announce all. They're just going to say,
was there a 4th one?
There was not a 4th one, but there will be as of tomorrow. I know it.
Well, I think that didn't the guy or whatever, whoever's doing the new one said that the story is still not done, and there'll probably be like 10 more if it was allowed or whatever.
It was originally planned to be like a 10-part series, so there's a lot left to go here.
It's like it's the Xenogears of games, except it got a sequel. Because Xenogears was supposed to be like 6 games or something originally.
But I will remind the audience that Shenmue 3 is a lock. That was announced for Switch a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Yep. So some people might have forgotten about it.
Yep. Not I.
But it would be weird to have 3 and not 1 and 2 on there. Because you won't know. You won't know what the fuck's going on.
Just make it a collection.
Oh, I was going to say, I actually did, I kind of planned, I do have I'm wearing my Tekken 8 shirt right now. So I was prepared in case there was a direct. Nice. Well, it's my Kenny Omega Tekken 8 shirt, but it's still a Tekken 8 shirt. It's Kenny Omega versus King from Tekken, which I really wish they would make a Kenny versus Alex shirt now that Alex is Kenny Omega, but whatever. But yeah, I'm wearing my Tekken 8 shirt again in hopes to see it happen tomorrow. But yeah, that's our predictions. We will next week. We'll talk about whatever's true or not. But I think
back to Hutch's question, which on list is like the system seller.
Oh, of what we have.
Yeah.
Well,
like, I'm trying to think about on there.
Well, I'm trying to think about Hutch's what he likes to play though. I know he's a big RPG guy, but not all of the RPGs. He does some of them we play the same stuff, but some we don't. So it's like because I'd like to. I mean, I don't know if he did any of Trails in the Sky first chapter, but that was my game of the year of last year. So I think everybody should play it. So I think everybody should be excited for that. But that's on other systems too. You can play that on anything else. I don't know. Like, I mean, would a new F-Zero bring you here? No, because I don't think like everything I have on here is available on other systems, so it's kind of hard to say what would be. And I would really like to see, well, unless I'm right about Final Fantasy Remake 3 being a Nintendo exclusive, then maybe that'll be the one.
Well, I mean, if there's stuff on other systems, think about then what's the one that would be great to play on an airplane handheld mode and all that.
I don't know. I think all these are great handheld games. Doom: The Dark Ages. That's the one. If I could only have one from my list, that's the one I'd really want. That doesn't exist, but I want to exist. Is this Doom? But I don't know how much he likes. I don't think he likes first-person shooters. I do know that Hutch had played, like, I remember him playing some of the Star Wars games, and this one didn't make it to my bingo card because I thought of it later. But it'd be really cool if that new, like, the new Galactic Racer Star Wars game that they showed at the Game Awards. It'd be cool if that ended up being a Switch 2 game. I don't think they announced, like, consoles yet for it, but it's kind of like a spiritual sequel to the Pod Race game on 64. So it would be it's got like Saboba with the big beard in the end of the trailer or whatever, like old Saboba. But yeah, no, I'd like to see that show up on there. Maybe that would bring you over.
Yeah, it's tough to say, I guess, because this is a partner direct. Obviously these aren't going to be Nintendo games, and a lot of them are going to be on other systems. So if there's anything that's a system seller, really it's going to be something out of the blue that they announce tomorrow that we can't really predict.
Yeah, I mean, I do hope to see some new stuff tomorrow, obviously. I don't want it to just be stuff that's already out or we already know about. I'd love to see like something from a partner that we just don't know about, like a Shin Megami Tensei 6 or something crazy like that. Because we got a trailer for 5 really early for Switch 1, and that was an exclusive, timed exclusive. So I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited.
You'll know tomorrow.
I'm excited to see it tomorrow. We don't have to spend that much time on it, but did you guys watch the Tomodachi Life Direct?
I did, yeah.
I think I watched it a couple times. I tried watching it with Jess, and they were like, nope. They noped out of it pretty quickly.
No, I'm surprised by that because I felt like a lot of Animal Crossing vibes there. It looks very similar in some ways.
Yeah, I think that they just probably didn't like the voices, and I think they didn't like how, which is also kind of what I have issues with, is how the game kind of plays itself. You don't really, there's not a whole lot of game to it. It's kind of more like just set things up and then laugh at what happens.
You said it was like an ant farm.
Yeah, it's totally like that. I watched the old Direct again, like the original 3DS Direct, which I recommend everybody watch. I posted it like 3 times on the Slack. It's only 10 minutes long. It's half the time of this one, and it's so much better. It's so much funnier. It just shows you it was a different time of Nintendo. Like this one is like all the superstars. Like Bill Trinin's in there, like Iwata's in there, Reggie's in there, Miyamoto's in there, and they are the characters that are like interacting in Tomodachi Life, and it's really funny. And they're all like in love with Samus, and Samus is in there, and like Princess Zelda, and they do a lot of the characters from the games, and they're all chasing them around. And there's this whole live action part with Bill Trinen, like as a newscaster talking about the game, and he like falls asleep and has a dream about Tomodachi Life in the middle of the Direct, and like the sound, the boom operator comes out and wakes him up. Like they do all this like fun, weird shit, and it's hilarious. And they do like a lot more of the music in there, which I hope this one has that too. Because you could do like musical performances where you would like write the music and they would sing to it and all that. Like that was a big deal on the 3DS one, and they do a bunch of that. And there's like musical numbers like in the Direct. It's just so much more. It's so much funnier than this new one. Like they kind of, I guess nobody knew what Tomodachi Life was, so they just kind of. It was that time of Nintendo where like let's make a big like sketch comedy thing out of it, like with the main like Nintendo people that like I said, like Reggie and Bill Trinen and Miyamoto and all that, and it's great. It's hysterical. Like I think it's done really well. And the new one was like, I don't know, Hugh Morris sucks. I'd never put that guy in the game.
Yeah, he sucks.
I don't like that guy. The one thing I thought was kind of funny is that there was a WCW wrestler in the 90s named Hugh Morris, so it reminded me of him, I guess. but he was not as creepy as that fucking clown guy. I don't know, no clown guy in my game. I do like that there's queer options now for everybody. You can
cool.
even say you're attracted to.
Yeah.
You can even say you're attracted to no one for the asexual people who are playing this. And it's a lot of options. Yeah, you can be a non-binary character, but you can select who you're attracted to. So you can do, you could be like all, that was a huge problem with the 3DS one, was that it only had heterosexual relationships, and I'm glad they fixed that. So I'm happy for that. But as far as like whether I'm going to get it or not, I really don't know. Because like I said, the only reason I got the other one was because it was like a buy two, get one free thing from Target, but it was still like, I still didn't really know what to do in the game. Like I only played it a little bit. I mean, enough to, Jess and I, our characters, got married or whatever on their own in the game. But it was like, I don't know. The game part of it wasn't enough game for me, I guess.
I'm 100%
coming
getting
back
it
to it.
just because it's weird Nintendo, and I missed out on the first one, and I really wanted to try the first one. And then when Miitomo came out, that was kind of like, oh, I can sort of try it. It's sort of the same, but
the phone app,
the phone app,
yeah.
It's not really the same.
I miss Miitomo.
You can get the hot dog costume in there, and they do talk about that hot dog costume in the 3DS Direct. So that's hot dog costume, real. It's really the star of this game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm still kind of, I don't know, I'm still kind of on the fence about it. It's coming out in April, right? Is that what they said?
I think so.
For the release date.
April
so, I mean,
16th,
it's kind of,
is that right?
We'll see. I mean, Pragmata's is in April also. I mean, we'll see what other games come out around that time that will distract me from that. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I think it's cute and funny, but it's like, how much am I actually going to play it if I get it? It's kind of how I feel. What do you think, Jeremy?
I don't think I'll buy it, but I don't know. I'm interested in it, and just the hilarity of. I understand like the appeal. It's like it does seem like maybe just a less interactive Animal Crossing.
Yeah, kind of, right? Well, it's like that, but yeah, I think the idea is like you just make characters and you laugh at what they do.
Yeah,
when they do silly stuff. That's kind of that's what I got.
Which, especially if it's
3DS
people
one.
that you bring into the game and stuff, it can be pretty. I'm sure the results can be pretty hilarious, and it was funny seeing people get rejected and stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of how the 3DS one goes too, where like everybody likes Samus and it's like Miyamoto and Iwata and Reggie all trying to date her, and I think she ends up going for, I think she goes for Iwata in there, but yeah, then they have a musical together. I don't know. I hope that music aspect is still in there, because do a YouTube search. You can find some pretty funny songs that people did in the 3DS Tomodachi Life, like regular metal songs or whatever. Like there's a lot of stuff that people posted out there of some really funny stuff you could do with that one.
Speaking of songs, the songs from the original one are on Nintendo Music now.
Cool.
Well, not the ones where you can write your own lyrics or drag Force songs or whatever the people did, but like the soundtrack, is up there. So cool. Yeah, let's do the original one, not the new one, but let's do some promotion stuff through Nintendo Life, or no, Nintendo Music. That's what it's called.
Yes.
Yeah. But we can move on from that, right, to whatever news we have left.
News. Don't snooze or you miss the news.
I did want to say, I mentioned it earlier about games that are coming out this week. There is a game coming out, Draw King. That's the game I kind of referenced earlier. So this game is called Draw King, and it's made by Takahiro Miyazawa, who is the same person who did the toilet paper game that John liked. So it's the guy who does all that weird shit. It's his first Switch 2 exclusive game, and it's like $5. And I guess what you do is you draw pictures with the mouse, and you basically get rated by the computer as to how good your drawing is. Is what I get from it. Like, it's not multiplayer; it's only single player, and you draw pictures, and they will grade your pictures with your mouse, and that's it. I think that's all. Cool. I think that's all it is, and it's $5, and it's coming out this week on the 5th, which is today, technically. So
I'd eventually like to get his entire library. I still want to get that box one, and there was one other one that I missed. But I like these.
Yeah, I understand why you're hesitant about the box one now, because of your you're
My neighbor.
because your angry neighbor downstairs.
Yep.
Even though you can play it without touching the ground, you just have to. Well, I guess you can't play the box one anymore. You would have to use your Switch because it used the IR camera, and we don't have the IR camera anymore on the Switch 2. So
true.
you'd have to reconnect your old Switch 1 Joy-Con to it and somehow use it like that.
We should mention that Nintendo had their financial report come out this week. So there's a bunch of
Oh yeah, no, hold on. I do want to talk about the rest of the releases real quick because we got Snow Brothers Classic Edition coming out, which that's a Sunsoft game, right? Or is it not?
was it Capcom? I think no. Excuse me, it was Toplan.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it went with Sunsoft, or maybe we. Anyway, I don't know anything about these games, but people like them. And
So I think it was
Capcom. You had it
on
there.
on the NES. I think Capcom published it on the NES, but it was a Toplan game. So there's 3 games included, and funnily enough, I had to actually look outside of Nintendo's website. The website doesn't show what games are included.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
It's Snow Brothers, Nick and Tom, which is the Genesis one. There's Snow Bros on NES, and there's Snow Bros Junior on Game Boy. This is kind of like
It's cool they have a Game Boy one on there.
it's kind of like a little bit of Bubble Bobble. I played it at Galloping Ghost, like that style of platforming 2-player single screen arcade game. It was pretty fun. I'm not going to be getting this, but it was pretty fun. I do remember actually looking at an ad in, what was it, Game Pro way back when, or maybe it was Nintendo Power or something. Looking at Snow Bros like as a new release on the NES and thinking, oh, that looks kind of cool. And like Capcom games, and I thought about getting it for a minute, but I did not. And it ended up being one of those late release NES games that's pretty expensive now.
Oh yeah. Well, it's $14.99 now. That's like $5 per game since there's 3 games on there. So there you go. I mean, I don't really know anything about these games. Plus, there's other games coming out like Dragon Quest VII. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined is out right now for $60. There was actually they did like a deluxe version that came out 2 days earlier, which I really don't like it when they do that. It feels like kind of predatory towards Dragon Quest fans like myself. Like, almost trying to force you to pay $15 extra so you can play a game on Tuesday instead of Thursday.
Yeah.
It's kind of, I don't know. I don't feel great about that. Like, I thought about it first. I was like, oh, you could play it early. You could play it on Monday. And I was like, no, just wait. Just wait. Like, because I looked at the DLC, and the only DLC I'm interested in is there is like a $5 DLC that you can get where you can fight all the bosses for the first 3 Dragon Quest games, and you can unlock like specific weapons from those games. Like, that's cool. I'm into that, but I don't want to pay like, it's like $74.99. It would have been over $80 like with tax to play it 2 days early, and I just couldn't bring myself to do that. But they did do that, and I don't like it when they do that for deluxe games. It's kind of mean. I don't know. But yeah, there was that. But it's out now. Cloudberry Kingdom. Do you remember this game for Wii U, Jeremy? I had this fucking game. It was I think I got it through the Humble Bundle or something. Like, I never bought it by itself, but yeah, it's this dude. He's got a whatever. He's got like a purple head or something like that. It was like a platformer that people like, but I never really thought it looked that good. And he's just got a big circle head. It's not purple, but yeah, I don't know. I thought it always kind of looked like a cell phone game or something, but we can't get away from it. It's coming to Switch now for $15. It just went. I feel like I just stared at it on my Wii U like menu for so many times, but I never played it. Never once played it because it came.
Yeah, it looks like a Flash game or something.
Yeah, it's whatever. I just think it's hilarious that it's still coming out. But yeah, people like it, I guess, who played it. Why? I don't know. It's out now though for $15. Cloudberry Kingdom. It should release for like $5. It's old. 4PGP. It's a racing game. Looks kind of cool. There's a difference in price. Yeah, 25 on Switch 2, 19 on Switch 1. Yeah, I don't know. Enjoy the excitement of 90s games. So, it kind of looks like it's trying to be like a Virtua Racer type thing, like in that sort of world. I want the Grid Legends game or whatever that I talked about last week. That's one I really want, but that one's $40. So I'll have to wait on that one. Carmageddon Rogue Shift comes out this week. I know you'd been excited about that before.
Yeah,
John,
I'm interested in that one.
for $40. I watched the trailer of it off the eShop, and it looks real smooth. Like, it looks like 60 FPS from what I can tell.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm not interested at $40. And there's also one other thing that's kind of irking me about it is that it's zombies in this game, which in the original one, the controversial headline grabbing thing was it was people that you were running over. It just kind of feels
like Death Race.
People.
like Death Race, exactly. I don't know. I feel like it's a little toothless if you're making it zombies. Like, just go for it. Just make a classic Carmageddon. You know, it's people, whatever. I don't know. So it just hints to me that maybe some other things are changed about this. I want to wait for reviews, and I don't want to pay $40 on it. But I'll put it on the wish list.
Is it? It was unclear to me whether this was a remake or if this is a new game. Also, like, I thought maybe it was a re-release of an old game.
No, this is new. It's actually they're calling it Rogue Shift because it's a roguelite.
Yeah. Also, it's a roguelite, which turned me off on it because I don't like those games. But what's the rogue part of it? I mean, I guess the tracks will be different every time or something.
Something like that. You know, hit so many zombies, get upgrades, make a choice, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it says new branching map of events, shops, and bosses. Different shops? What? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, these games are whatever for me. I never really played any of them. I kind of remember them being a thing. I remember there was one on 64, but I never played it.
I like the one on PC because I think I only had the demo. I don't know if I ever had the full game, but it was a pretty meaty experience if it was a demo. I played it a lot and I enjoyed it. This was pre-GTA, so when that kind of thing, like free driving and hitting people and you know comic effect of them screaming and blood flying everywhere, that was pretty new at the time. And so that was my first experience with that type of thing.
I'm surprised you didn't put that on your bingo card because we still could see any of those. No, GTA.
Oh yeah, it's not happening on Switch 2.
No, I mean, but you could see GTA 4 or 5 on there.
I suppose, yeah. But
they said, I mean, I'm just saying, there's a possibility that they already got 3 of them on there. They might as well just make some more money off of it.
Yeah, I mean, if it was already announced that they were that GTA 4 was a remake or whatever, sure. But I don't think that they would debut it in a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember how the trilogy was like its own thing, right?
Right.
The other 3 was like its own, whatever. PGA Tour 2K25, like I said, that made me do a double take because I'm like, shouldn't it be 26? I don't understand how. I don't know how golf seasons work. Like, do they start in 25 and end in? I don't know. I don't know how that works. But anyway, the new golf game is coming out to Switch, and I'm really interested to see how this looks. Like, I'm not, I can't afford to buy it new, but I'm interested to see how it plays. Because I played whatever 2K19 or whichever, the only other one that was on Switch 1. I played that one. It was kind of fun, but it didn't look great, And I did try to play it on Switch 2, and I fell into the golf course, and I couldn't play. Like, it had a big glitch. Like, I was in the golf course, and it was all U'd around me or whatever, and I couldn't figure out how to do anything. So, I don't know. I'm interested in this just because I like golf games, and I want to see if it looks how good it looks on Switch 2.
Save yourself $70 and just play the Virtual Boy golf game that's coming out in 2 weeks. That'd be good enough for you.
Oh, I'm going to play. That's good. That's one of the number one games I want to play because I like golf games. But no, I will be playing that. But maybe I want to play a golf game that has more than one color in it.
Fair enough.
Not just red. I want to see a golf game that has other colors. And I think that's all I got for the releases. There's there was a financial report thing.
Yeah, so a lot of fun little tidbits and facts came out.
Oh, and by the way, Metroid did break 1 million. I don't know why they didn't mention it. That was
kind of a story that where's Metroid on the list of games that broke 1 million? And
I didn't believe that because it was at the top of the charts for all of December when it released. It was the number one selling Switch 2 game for sure.
So I didn't read the article that you sent yet because you just sent it not that long ago. But my guess is that Nintendo splits up the sales according to Switch 1 and Switch 2, and
Oh, maybe it was
Not
together.
that one of them individually has gone over.
Oh,
but
sure,
together
yeah.
it's over 1 million. That's my guess.
I was say I'd be like surprised if it wasn't, because it did. It was at the top of the charts for a while there, for at least all of December. But yeah, no, it showed like the big games are Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong, whatever.
Right. Yeah. So some of the headlines, right? Biggest one I think was that the Switch finally surpassed the Nintendo DS, and it's now the best-selling console from Nintendo ever.
Oh yeah, that's a big deal. How close is it to PS2 then? You probably don't know.
They didn't compare. I mean, they didn't mention because they're just talking about their own report, right?
Yeah.
We can look that up real quick. But the Switch has sold 155.37 million units. Compare that to the DS, which has sold 154.02 million. So Switch is on top for Nintendo. I'll go through with the other stuff. Maybe try and look up what the PlayStation stat is.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to know. It's Nintendo's fastest selling console to date, the Switch 2. It sold 17.37 million units worldwide since June. It managed to reach 15 million units sold by week 31, which is a stat that the Switch didn't achieve until a full year after launch. So that's keeping up the pace, or picking up the pace rather, really, really well. Yeah. The top 100 best-selling games in Japan of 2025. Top 10 is all Nintendo except for Monster Hunter Wilds. So a great year for Nintendo. On the data things, moving out of the Nintendo stuff, Sega says the initial Sonic Racing Crossroads sales didn't meet expectations.
Yeah, that's because everybody bought the wrong racer. They all bought the Mario Kart World one, and they didn't get what they deserved. But they are re-releasing it physical for Switch 2, so hopefully that helps, because that game's awesome. And as I said earlier, they're still adding stuff to it for free, even.
We might even hear tomorrow about it.
Yeah, we probably will, I think, especially since they just showed the dates for II and Mimi and all that. So, yeah, I mean, that game still brings me back for the free DLC. I like that they keep dropping stuff, and I want to get the paid stuff too, because that like I said, that Minecraft race was really cool.
They said that it did pass 1 million units, and it says, yeah, it's past 1 million units, and they're aiming to sell approximately another 1 million units within this fiscal year, and they're going to keep sustaining the game with new content. So don't worry about all that. It just maybe a little shy.
They said they were going to support it for at least a whole year. So I mean, there's a lot to do there. Like, and I like that they're honest about it and actually tell you what's coming. As far as like PlayStation 2s, there's 161.8 million, so almost like 162. So Switch is 155, so it's still like 6 million, about right? Or something.
Yeah. I think it's absolutely going to pass.
It's achievable.
Yeah. PS2 is selling no more units.
Yeah,
these days,
not selling anymore.
And the Switch one.
Yeah, I haven't even seen it at the store.
How much longer is that going to go? It's going to be like another 3-4 years,
probably.
People still buy Switch ones, I guess. So
yep.
I mean, they're cheaper.
And as long as things keep getting more expensive, and people are still having kids, and wanting to give a less expensive system to their 5-year-olds, like the Switch Lite is there for you. So
yeah,
I think it will be tops within probably 2 years. That's my guess.
Yeah, even though they did like raise the price on the Switch one, which I thought was pretty wild, and they're still saying they're not completely ruling out raising the price of Switch 2 also. So I mean, never know.
We shall see.
Did any of you? I guess we didn't talk about it in stuff we've been playing, so nobody played the Game Boy update, the new Game Boy stuff.
No, not yet.
I didn't. I was gonna do it, but then I forgot about it. Like when I got home, I was like, "Oh, I should play that," and then I just.
The Balloon Kid game's supposed to be pretty fun. I don't care about the Yoshi game. I played that so much in the past.
It's like the puzzle one, right?
Yeah, it's like where you're rotating the stacks of stuff.
It's already out there on
sandwiches.
I think.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Same version, I think. Same game is on there.
Same game, yeah.
So some quick virtual one is though. The plastic headset, it's sold out, but now it's back again.
Okay, so I thought this was pretty fucking fabricated by Nintendo. Like this, so it was sold out for like a day, and then they did that press tour where they showed everybody the Virtual Boy, and then they put it back out for sale.
So did Nintendo officially say it was sold out, or was it just not available for a little bit?
I think that I don't know if they officially said it. I think somebody posted that they couldn't buy it, maybe but I mean, it just felt so like, I was like, that's fake. Because like right after somebody posted it, Nintendo themselves on Twitter said, buy your Virtual Boy headset now. It's like, well, I think maybe, I don't know, maybe they just had they said like, oh, here's this much, let's see how much that goes. And then they had like a whole 200 others, like, or whatever in the back. I don't think they just, because it was like a day that somebody said they were out and then they were back. And it also took like 2 months for those to sell out. So I think that was that seemed made up to me, you know?
Well, I mean, maybe they also just maybe they were cutting it close and they just put the brakes on it because they didn't know if they were going to have enough. And wait a minute, let's just,
I mean, but they obviously were pushing it because they did this whole presentation where they showed it to a bunch of people.
Sure.
And right then they said, oh yeah, by the way, you can get Virtual Boy. Like, it felt like it felt faked in that way, where it's like, oh, somebody's like, oh, I guess I didn't get one. I feel bad now. And Nintendo's like, oh, no, we got them, and then a whole bunch of people go and buy more. Like, it really felt like fabricated in that way. I don't know.
Well, in any case, you can use your Labo VR goggles on your original Switch.
Switch 1, not 2.
Yep.
I've seen a lot of people talking wrong out there.
Because it won't fit.
It won't fit. Yeah, it's too big. Unless you want to break it and see if it still works, which I don't recommend. But what I want to know actually is, because like the Virtual Boy, it showed it in the Virtual Boy trailer. There's like a visor. There's like a red visor thing that goes over the eyes. So if you try it with just the regular Labo VR, is it just going to be white in 3D and
Very
not
interested.
red? Like, what color is it going to be?
Yeah, maybe.
Because they showed that when they're doing the different colors, they said specifically you have to remove the red like coloring to do different colors. So
I think that the on the system it is red, but I think that visor is there to give it that extra kind of deep red that we all know the Virtual Boy had. Like it felt deep and dark and like a rich red. I
don't know. I mean, we'll find out in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
when we get it. But I don't know. Like, and I said before, I wanted to test it out, but I couldn't find my Labo cart. But I just wanted to just capture it and just send it to you guys, just to show what will happen when you don't have your headset. It's just going to show you 2 circles.
Yeah.
Of the system next to each other in 2D, because that's what it looks like when you start up like Breath of the Wild, the VR version without.
I'm sure I looked at it. I saw it at some point.
It's not going to stop you. It's not going to be like, oh, you can't do it because there's no way for them to know whether you have one or not.
It'll just be all like distorted looking, probably.
It'll just be like, it'll be like the 2 circles, like it does, I mean, we'll find out when we get it, but yeah, it's not going to. You'll still be able to play it. It's just not going to look very good. but you can't. It's like watching a 3D movie without your glasses on.
Mm-hmm.
A couple different outlets have come out with some preview articles about the Virtual Boy, and they all seem to be in unison, like saying it's great, and it's also as like terrible as you remember, and that's the whole point, and it's fantastic.
It's awful and awesome at the same time. That's kind of what I've gotten from it. Yeah, I mean, it's I got my cardboard version. I will
arrived?
play it in that way. No, well, I mean,
okay, yeah.
I bought it.
Yeah, so did I.
We'll get it in a couple weeks. On the 17th.
We will have impressions.
I've been checking every couple of days to see, like, did it ship yet? I'm excited for it.
Oh, yeah. I think, did we get, like, because we got our GameCube controllers pretty quickly, right? Didn't we get them, like, on the day of launch? Like, we all thought they'd be later, but they came pretty quickly, so.
Yeah.
I'm guessing we'll probably get it. We'll probably get it on the day. But yeah, I want to play the golf game.
All right, on to some news. So, let's see. Nintendo issued a correction over the leaked GameCube NSO games.
That Walmart published the picture of,
So after Walmart, this is from GameStop. After Walmart's, let me start over. After Walmart's Nintendo page displayed a graphic including Metro Prime 2 Echoes and Pikmin 2, a Nintendo of America spokesperson told IGN that it provided a retailer with an image of Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics titles that incorrectly included games that are not planned for release at this time, and the image has since been removed. That's BS. That's, you should read that to say, like, yeah, Nintendo screwed up, and Walmart says, "Hey, please take the fall for this, so that we don't look bad."
Hmm.
That's exactly it. And
Maybe.
it'll all be moot point tomorrow because they're both going to be announced tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, they aren't partner games though at all. Those are both first party.
Yeah, but they'll still throw something in. I mean, this close to the.
I mean,
to
I
the
mean,
direct,
if Metroid Prime 2, I would be very happy. I already have Pikmin 2. I already beat it, but I'd like to play that game. I wish I could play a better version of it, but if that's the one they send to me, that's the one I'll play. I don't know. You probably have this on the news somewhere, but there was kind of some stuff about the dispatch stuff from last week, and I think probably both of you said a similar thing. But I think what I kind of realized after editing it is that I think you probably said this. I think you guys both said this when we were talking about it. Is that, and Nintendo said, like, we don't edit any of the games that come to the eShop specifically. Like, we don't do any of that. Mm-hmm. So I think what they did is they just edited on their own out of fear of Nintendo making a fuss about it, and then
possibly pulling it,
and didn't tell anybody about it. I think that's what happened, because that seems to be what I'm gathering from what they're both saying. Because Nintendo's kind of like, I didn't know anything. We didn't know anything about this. We would not do anything. We don't edit things on the eShop. We do not mess with people's stuff. Whatever. So I think they just did it out of fear of Nintendo pulling it or something like that. But I still think they're going to patch it and fix it, because I think that kind of sounded like it. But yeah, that's trying to cover their tracks there. It's just real shitty they didn't tell anybody about it, until after the fact.
Well, you might be happy to hear about this. And Hutch, you might be happy to hear about this too. Voice Actor's webpage says that she worked on a Xenoblade game that's coming out in 2026.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, man, it sucks. It sucks to try to do it. You're just trying to send your resume out there to somebody to say that you worked on something this year, and then you get and then you get your fucking article about it, and you're in trouble. Like, that's what I thought of, because I always try to put new stuff on my resume just to be like, oh yeah, no, hey, I worked this year, to show that I'm doing stuff. And that's probably all she was trying to do, was just say, like, hey,
right.
I got this work that I did, like, give me a job. It's like, I don't know. I just feel bad for you. I think you're just trying to put your resume together, and then somebody finds it, and now you're in hot water for mentioning this, Xenoblade thing. So, and the person was doing the voice of Cosmos, which is really interesting, who's like a main character from the Xenosaga series, but also is a blade that you could get for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which was very difficult to do. I beat Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I never saw the Cosmos blade. It was like 1% pull ratio or something like that. It was really hard to get. So, interesting. I don't know. I think eventually we'll see some Xenoblade thing today, or not today, this year. But we may not get a new Xenoblade game this year, but I think we'll definitely see footage of whatever their next thing is. They got to be working on something there at Monolith. They've been hiring more people, for a while. So,
a couple of games announced. I think this one looks really interesting. This is called People of Note. And what it is, it's a turn-based RPG musical about a pop rock band. And it looks very colorful, and like the music seems catchy and everything. Seems like something that's up your guys' alley, not my alley, but I think it looks interesting and a different take on musicals. Like, what if your RPG, group that you're going around with is just like a rock group? That sounds cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't hear. I mean, I saw that it was announced, but I didn't watch.
It's from Annapurna.
I didn't watch I didn't watch the trailer.
It's from Annapurna. They make quality stuff. So yeah, it's pretty fascinating. Looks cool.
Coming out sometime this year.
And then Kazuma Kaneko's Tsukuyomi. So this is a roguelike deck builder with RPG elements. And here's the summary. Kazuma Kaneko, the artist behind the iconic character and monster designs of the Shin Megami Tensei and Persona series, announced that his free-to-play roguelike card game, Tsukuyomi the Divine Hunter, would be ending services on April 22nd. This is a game that's already currently out. But simultaneously, he announced the release of a brand new game, the aforementioned title, set to exclusively launch for the Nintendo Switch. So he's shutting off one and flipping the Switch on.
And this is
on
different
the other
from
one.
the thing we talked about last week that was a new like Persona style game that's not Persona.
I think so. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I talked about it last week, and it's a different title than this, but it sounds similar, but it wasn't already out. As this one was out, and now it's coming to Switch. So I didn't see this or look at it on the news, so it makes me intrigued because I like Persona games. So cool.
So this is a Nintendo thing, but we all like this. There's a Kickstarter announced for Mystery Science Theater 3000, 4 new episodes, and unlike the one from a couple years back, this one is going to be starring some of the original. Not original. Some of the classic crew members. So Mike Nelson, and then the actors behind Crow T. Robot and Tom Servo. They're returning to Mystery Science Theater for 4 new episodes. So they threw that on Kickstarter and immediately smashed their $20,000 goal. And so far, this morning they had $1.3 million on day one.
Yeah,
so I'm excited for this.
Yeah, they're not getting any more of that Netflix money for whatever the last Mystery Science Theater stuff was.
Yeah, I heard that it was off Netflix. They're not doing any more on Netflix.
Yeah, They as of right now they got 1,484,435.
Nice. So it's happening.
So they're doing fine.
It gives me hope that they would do an actual edition of like basically the Rift Tracks game, but with MST3K. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Like if you do that, but Mystery Science Theater with the puppets and do the silhouette in front of the screen and everything like that. Oh, I'd be all over that. Do that, please. So let's see.
I'll say we talked about a lot of these that are down here. I did forget to mention that there will be a beta test for Virtua Fighter 5 coming up February 19th. So that's for Switch 2 specifically. So cool. I want to get on and play that for sure.
So there's some delays. This is a kind of cool looking game that I found out about a couple months ago, but I'm gonna have to wait a little bit longer for it. It's called Bandit Trap, and it is a quote unquote wild and wacky 3 versus 1 multiplayer showdown. So think like Home Alone, like you're trying to protect the house with kind of wacky traps and everything. And it's kind of like a cartoony style. Looks like, I'm not gonna say it looks like Splatoon, but it's that kind of attitude, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, they're gonna be delaying it until April 30th. So I got my eye on it. I think it could be fun. And then here's some news that's surprising no one. Borderlands 4 for Switch 2 is on pause.
Yeah, it's been on pause since. Wasn't it supposed to come out like 5 months ago or something?
It was in October, I think.
Yeah.
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 It's not happening.
I don't care about those games.
They're saying it's on pause.
But I do remember there being issues with it because it was supposed to come out pretty quickly after the launch of Switch 2, if I remember correctly, and it never did. So, yeah.
So some cancellations now. The jig is up on game vouchers. You can't buy them anymore.
Well, you can't use them on anything anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Well, I mean, you
could use it on
Tomodachi Life. You could use it on
actually.
Tomodachi Life because it's a Switch 1 game.
And they did say that there was going to continue to be some games for Switch 1 that would apply to the voucher program.
Yeah, Rhythm Heaven. That's the other one that's coming out this year that's also on Switch 1. It'll be that one too. Even though 60 seems a lot for Rhythm Heaven. But I would do it just because I like those games. But yeah, no, I mean, I haven't thought about vouchers at all because I can't use them on Switch 2 games unless they have Switch 1 versions. And the last one I used was Pokemon, with the Pokemon ZA game. Was the last time I used a voucher. I did think about trying to get one just to get Donkey Kong Country Returns just because of the Switch 2 editions, but I don't want it that bad. I'll wait till it's on sale for $30 again or something. And I'll probably forget
Apex
about
Legends
it
is shutting down on Switch 1. Not that any of us particularly care about that, but it is a sign of, the lights are going out on Switch 1 to some degree. It's ending April 4th for anybody who plays that.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about that.
So yeah. Well, go back to Dispatch for a second. So, um, yeah, they both put out statements. Nintendo and Ad Hoc both kind of put out statements addressing the issue. And Ad Hoc did say they're going to restore some content. So some content, not all of it. So don't get your hopes up.
It's August for Apex Legends, August 4th.
Oh,
that
I
April.
misspoke, huh?
I was like 8. I mean, nobody who listens to this cares about Apex Legends on Switch 1, but I'm pretty sure of that. But yeah, it was August.
People do care about cutting the price of Amiibo, though. The Mario Galaxy ones, which were set at $40, are going to be $35 instead.
Oh wow!
Yeah, the what is it? The Wonder ones are $25 now, right? Too, like the ones that were announced in the trailer. Those ones went down as well, which I noticed that
nice.
When they did the Bella Bell Park thing or whatever. I think those are $24.99. Yeah, right there. Super Mario Bros. Wonder Amiibo are at $25. So making it closer to, but just wait till GameStop has a big sale again, and then you can get them. I think I'm kind of done buying them new until there's another Metroid game. But those are the last ones I bought just because I have all of the Metroid Amiibo. I do actually have all of the Fire Emblem ones too, as far as ones that I've completed. Even though I don't think I have the Player 2 version, because some of them had alternate versions. I don't have those. But as far as like the regular Amiibo, I do have all of them. But yeah, I'm not in any hurry to buy any of the Amiibo at full price.
No.
Especially, I mean, we'll see what Capcom does with theirs. I might want to maybe get the Monster Hunter ones just because I like those, but I don't know. They're so expensive. And maybe the Resident Evil one looks really cool. I don't know.
I want it to be an upsell when I'm buying a new game. I don't want it to be half the cost or more of the game.
Yeah.
Just like have be an afterthought. Oh, sure, I'll do another $15 to get the cute little statue.
Make it a part of a deluxe version or something.
Yeah, 35 is too much.
Well, yeah, especially for those Galaxy ones are kind of big, but that's ridiculous.
So we should mention Iron Lung. You mentioned it earlier, but it's second place at the box office.
Well, yeah,
had
said that they had just seen it, so I don't know anything about it at all.
So it's based on an indie game, and it's from Markiplier, the big time YouTuber. He directed it.
I thought it was based on that Weird Al song about his friend in the Iron Lung.
Oh,
you remember that one? I thought that was what it was based on.
There somewhere.
Yeah,
but he made a huge return. So he spent $3 million making it of his own money, and $21 million is what it's made so far worldwide. So good on him. Cool. Let's see. This is big news for us. Mario Medley just won a Grammy. The song was Super Mario Praise Break, which was a 5-minute medley of toe tapping Mario tunes. And it marks the second win for talented video game soundtrack outfit, the 8-Bit Big Band, which previously won in 2022 for a Kirby cover. And I know I posted their stuff to the Slack. I'm pretty sure I posted this one to the Slack. But after it won, I listened to it again. And yeah, well deserved. This was a really amazing medley of Mario tunes. Everybody should go take a look at them on YouTube. Really talented group. It's they say a big band. It's something like, looks like about 20 something people or so.
Nice.
Yeah. And really fast paced, really just like nicely layered music. Yeah, a lot going on in those 5-6 minutes of this medley. And a bit exhausting. You'll take a big breath at the end. It's really a showstopper. I liked it.
Just the name Super Mario Praise Break reminds me of the old the Super Mario 3 praise song that Jeremy wrote way back in the day. The praise the Lord because he's good. Yeah, that one. Yeah, it reminds me of what we used to sing to the Mario 3 song. I think Bethany said it sounded like a church song, and then Jeremy came up with the lyrics to it. But
now we need to dig up these lyrics. Need to hear this.
I mean, I know them all. It's just like praise the Lord because he's good. And then you say it a few times, and you say praise the Lord because he's real and fucking good. And that's how it goes.
What song is it in Mario?
The song, the main song of Mario 3. The dun 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 dun.
I
It's that
gotcha.
song. I don't think there's any recorded version of it. We just sang it for fun.
Well, we got some anniversaries here. Duke Nukem 3D, 30 years old, released on January 29th of 1996. And there was a nice 12-minute retrospective video that Apogee Entertainment put out on YouTube. Yeah, 30 years old for Duke Nukem 3D.
I thought you were going to say that Duke Nukem Forever was 30 years old, and I was like, what? No. I have that game. Conan bought it for me as a joke, kind of.
That's awesome.
But I have it.
It's
And
been
I
almost
had
30 years since it was announced.
I have it, and I've played it, and it's awful. It's terrible. It's a bad game. But yeah, I think Conan found it for like $7 or something and bought it for me, but it's god awful.
And then, IGN says this is their 30th year. Now, it wasn't their anniversary specifically, but they kind of announced that they'll be doing a bunch of articles throughout the year about their 30th year, leading up to their actual anniversary, which is September 29th.
Well, because they started around the time of when the 64 started, because they were originally called N64.com.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is from
as we all remember, because I used to read them in high school a lot, with Matt Casamassina and all of them, and Fran Mirabella.
Pear says IGN is celebrating its 30th anniversary on September 29, 2026. Before it was later rebranded IGN 64, our first site, N64.com, launched the same day the 64 came out in the U.S. back in 1996.
Yeah, which was September 29th. It is the same day as that is their anniversary, 9/9/29/96 in America. It's the American release date of 64.
And then Capcom launched an Okami 20th anniversary website.
I should have put that on the bingo because we haven't really seen anything about the Okami sequel, and it was never officially announced for Nintendo Switch 2, but since Capcom's been playing so nicely with Nintendo, it's a good chance we're going to see Okami, the new Okami game.
It's a good play. I mean, it's the right audience for it.
Yeah. So
I thought it would be funny if the homepage for the Okami anniversary had an IGN 30th anniversary watermark on it.
Yeah. I still got that.
That would be awesome.
I still have that. I still got that game case with the watermark on it. And I also have the replacement too. I have the replacement somewhere that Capcom sent me. I still have that. I never used it. So I played through that game. It's
yeah, I played it, and I took paid vacation to play that game back in 2006.
It's a good game, but I mean, I agree with all the criticism about it being too talky, and you have to fight like the same guy like 6 times at the end.
That anniversary is happening April 20th.
So not yet. I should save that for our April 20th episode. Anyway,
Nice.
I think we're done with I think that's all the news because we're almost at 3 hours and I'm working tomorrow, so I don't want to stay up till 6 in the morning editing this podcast. So anyway, I think that's good for the news and this episode. Thanks everybody for listening to episode 506. Go to patreon.com and support the show and get bonus episodes. There's a lot of new stuff on there. You can listen to the WWRT radio episode. It's out now for the $5 members. $5 members get to see videos early and all that stuff as well. So check that out. YouTube.com/NintenDomain podcast for any extra videos that we do, or twitch.tv/NintenDomain podcast. That's where I'm going to play Dragon Quest VII Reimagined right now. So, well, now as in it'll be the past for anybody else, but you'll find it on YouTube afterwards. So check that out. But we've been your hosts. I'm Trey Johnson.
I'm Jeremy Kowski.
John Knitter.
Thanks everybody for listening. See you next time.
See ya.
Abortion, genocide, mommy, testicle,
See you in the direct future.
Yeah.
After the direct.
And we were probably right about everything.
We were right about every single thing, including Shenmue 4.
Yep.
That
It's
one's
happening.
real too.
And Saturn.
And the Saturn stuff. Yeah, that would be wild. And Forza Horizon and whatever else. And Final Fantasy VII Rebirth 2 is Switch only.